Everybody know who I want next. I want Terence Crawford next.
You're gonna make that happen?
Huh?
You're gonna make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm gonna get these straps that I'm gonna go over there and take his shit too.
What's going on?
Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Down. Strap season. I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the ball. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool for the sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he code switch focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that can end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game in the gang will it cost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, top five. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for appeasement. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up!
If I let my dogs off the leash, they do my work to get out of Dodge while they eat. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind, that they keep.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they want to call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athletes. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top.
What's up, y'all? What's happening, man? You know, welcome to back to the channel, man. What's up, man? I appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying, coming through. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all see the post I put out there with Terence Crawford? You know what I'm saying? He tweeted, you know what I'm saying, this post, and I was just trying to figure out what the hell it means. What's going on? Who's real? What's happening, bro? It says, the tweet says, what's going on, James Blackwell? What's going on with your brother? You know what I'm saying? You know, Terence Crawford tweet says, I might be happy on the outside, but I'm really an angry person on the inside. I was trying to figure out, I was like, what's going on? What's going on, BH? How you doing? What's up, man? Welcome back, bro. What kind of tweet is that? I might be happy on the outside, but I'm really angry, an angry person on the inside. So I saw that and I was like, what's going on with Bud, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know Bob Arum, he came out and he said that Terence, you know, I know he was, you know, he got a, you know, way of looking at this because Bud left his company, but he was saying like mentally, he may not, there's all this pressure, making deals and, you know what I'm saying, fighting Errol Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? Do you think Terence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, is of stable mind and body, or, you know, is he just trying to adjust to everything? Because, you know, the limelight of fighting Errol Spence Jr., what's going on there, man? Because I thought that tweet was kind of weird. But he always do tweet weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? He always tweeting something crazy on the heat. Maybe it's an inside joke. Maybe he's just trying to, you know what I'm saying, mess with people's minds. You never know with Terence Bud Crawford because he moves a little bit different. but he's a great fighter in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy watching his fights. And but anybody got any kind of do you think the pressure of this big mega fight, is it getting to, Terence Crawford? Now, in the past, you know what I'm saying, we've seen him, you know what I'm saying, we know about his competition. But is this pressure of this big fight getting to Terence Crawford? You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to wonder because we got the new fighters coming in. We got Jaron Ennis, who's putting a lot of pressure from the other side, even though he don't have the, you know what I'm saying? He don't have the fights. He don't have nothing to offer Terence Crawford, but they're coming in. And with Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford being the veterans of the welterweight division, you know what I'm saying? This pressure for them to make this fight and move on to other stuff the shit is real, man. This is Gene Gomez says, angry on the inside, he has conflicting feelings on the inside about what? You know what I'm saying? What about life? You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of a broad statement. You know, what is he talking about? You know, about everything he's been through? What? To me, looked like he did pretty good for himself. You know what I'm saying? He's a millionaire. And, you know what I'm saying? He had a decent career, and now he's able to, you know what I'm saying, leverage his WBO championship title for one of the biggest fight and make the biggest prize, payment, monetarily, you know what I'm saying, he ever made, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, James Blackwell says, because his ego hate to see Errol has the A side and he won't A side, but he's mad because Errol's calling more shots. Well, that's all about the decision. We know it's all about the decisions you made. You know what I'm saying? You can't be hating on somebody else who made, who sat back, took their time and researched and made the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? T. Frank says, he said Rashid Ellis just called that Boots. That's a good fucking scrap. Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that is a good scrap. Too bad for Rashad Ellis. He hasn't, really fought the type of dudes, to get him prepared. He haven't even fought really decent journeymen to prepare him for Boots, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? For my opinion right now, Boots is ahead of the game. Virgil Ortiz, he fought Aegis Kavaliakas. And, you know what I'm saying? You seen what happened in that fight. He stopped calling Bud out right after he got, got his ass almost knocked out. So, you don't see him around here. Wait, he say he wants them things, but I think that's just clout chasing. I don't think they want to move until this undisputed fight and those belts spread out. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody's waiting on. And it's kind of an interesting dynamic to see all the fights being held up. Everybody's trying to take easy opponents so they don't fall out from, fighting for a vacant belt. It's kind of fucked up, but you would want to see Virgil Ortiz fight Rashid Ellis, and they probably will fight for a vacant belt. I could see that happening. You know what I'm saying? Maybe for the IBF, or, even for the WBC. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you'll ever see Virgil Ortiz versus Boots. I think they already know what time it is with that. Because if Aegis Kavaliakas went in that motherfucker and put them hands on Virgil Ortiz, goddamn well Boots gonna get his ass up out of there early. You know what I'm saying? Unless, he's got a lot of work to do on his defense, and he can't do that power shit on Boots. His feet too good. You know what I'm saying? He's too fast. BA says, he said, Buzz seems to fight angry in the ring. We can only speculate as to what he means. Good brother. Yeah, that's why I'm asking you guys, what do you think, going on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he does kind of walk around like a psychopath, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you never know what's going on with cold black eyes, you know what I'm saying? He just kind of a stoic figure sometimes, and look like when he's having fun with his friends, he's at his most natural, you know what I'm saying? But you never know what's going on inside somebody's head. But, I definitely wouldn't tweet it to the world. You know what I'm saying? What's going on inside my head, you know what I'm saying? Just me, trying to keep my stuff personal. Plus, he's a public figure, and, he got a lot of people, don't like him. You know what I'm saying? So if I wouldn't be putting anything out there that's questionable or anything personal about myself, you know what I'm saying, out there for people to, unless he just don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe he just, you know what I'm saying, he don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? He say, whatever, I'm rich. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas poor. So it is what it is, So T. Frank says, Bud might be mad because Aaron might win that lawsuit on top of Spence about to give him that work. That's 2 L's back to back. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's it. I think he's, kind of, opening up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I see him in interviews, you know what I'm saying? He give you like little snapshots of what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Inside his life, look like he's starting to chill a little bit because, he's making that money. He's definitely gotten comfortable with, you know what I'm saying, being up there and being a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? He's had years to get used to, having that kind of money. I'm pretty sure he understands business more than he did before. And but one thing, I don't think he really, really gives enough weight to his legacy. And even though this is a legacy fight for him, you know what I'm saying, I just, wish I could have saw him more fight for those legacy fights. And I know it's hard to do with Bob Arum, you know what I'm saying, a cheapskate like him. But, you know what I'm saying, he's, when you have generational talent like that, you want to see him put in action, just like they put, just like Golden Boy put Rashid Ellis on the motherfucking shelf. And we could have saw some really good fights with Rashid Ellis, but, he knocked out, he fucked around and pushed over the apple cart with Alex Rocha. You know what I'm saying? They had to put his ass, you know what I'm saying, away for what he did. And, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't supposed to win that unanimous decision, I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But, is Bud going crazy? Is this fight, you know what I'm saying, driving him crazy? Gene Gomez says instability, anxiety. He's putting pressure on himself to perform. Only he knows what's going on. Yeah, I agree with that. Only Bud knows what's going on. But, it's, you don't want them to, to have a fucking, anxiety attack before this fight or have some kind of mental illness like Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying, and pull out the damn fight. Then we have to wait a whole nother damn year to get the fight. You know what I'm saying? Gene Gomez says, I think the guy has a lot on his plate. Why did he go to the Hall of Fame? And well, maybe it's a ego booster. You know what I'm saying? Something to boost his ego, you know what I'm saying? Because, when you hear your accolades and you get other legends, you know what I'm saying, patting you on the back saying, you know what I'm saying, you the man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Saying you the man, you know what I mean? It lifts your confidence up, especially going into a fight. You got James Toney, you got Roy Jones Jr., you got Antonio Tarver pulling for you in your corner. You know what I'm saying? That's a big boost, bro. You got Roy Jones Jr., you know what I'm saying, behind you saying, shit, you're going to beat Errol Spence Jr.? That's a big, what you call it, they condone him. You know what I'm saying? They behind him 100%. So that, you know what I'm saying, he got that going into the fight. There's a lot of people choosing Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all three of them did use steroids, which is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Why would you be trying to criticize? These new guys? You know what I'm saying? They should be trying to be neutral, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They should be trying to be as neutral as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because, these dudes, they watched them fighting when they were kids. You know what I'm saying? So, but I understand Roy, he worked for HBO and he watched a lot of, you know what I'm saying, Terence Crawford fight. And plus, Terence Crawford is kind of one of the, he came in 2008. I think Errol Spence Jr. came in 2012. So they probably considered Terence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, a part of the, you know what I'm saying, boxing Hall of Fame fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he is going to be a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you cross that threshold, you know what I'm saying, they put you, you know, they push you on another level, you know what I'm saying, in the minds of the legend, because now you can be mentioned with Roy Jones Jr., you could be mentioned with James Toney. Really, you know what I'm saying, you know, even though they did have some great fights, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, Hall of Fame is questionable for Antonio Tarver. I don't think he was inducted. But I wouldn't say Antonio Tarver is a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and plus they use steroids. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that we got to look at. You know what I'm saying? BH says, let me see. It says, so Aknum Natra. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's exactly 100%. And Emmanuel 17 Line says, salute, brother. What's going on, my brother? Welcome to the show. And Gene Gomez says, true neutral. And BA says, he says, happy outside, but angry on the inside can sound a bit like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And Amun says, 100%. And Manuel Lyons says, I love Bud's skill set, but he has 0 Hall of Fame fights in my view. And, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, because he won undisputed, you know what I'm saying? You know, we became undisputed at 140. You know what I'm saying? That is a huge accolade. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, the competition that he fought, you know what I'm saying, is questionable. You know what I'm saying? It's an argument. But if they give it to him, they give it to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be mad because he's in the Hall of Fame, because the man can fight his ass off. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be mad about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It says, Moon says, great show, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I be running all day, man. I be trying to get back here, you know what I'm saying, so I can get it in. See my boxing head brothers. Said, brother, it's Emmanuel. Oh, my bag. I looked at the L. Emmanuel 7 Line. My bag, bro. And Moon says, I will be showing support. I appreciate that, man. So, you know, as these fighters get closer, you know what I'm saying, to the big day, you know, I haven't heard anything from EJ. I think he's locked in. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't hear much from him or Derek James. And my man Sosa, you know what I'm saying, he's been talking to Derek James. He said, shit, they working hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sosa says, you know, upper echelon boxing, he said they are working hard. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're not going to hear a lot out of the Spence camp. Emmanuel 7 Line says his undisputed run was weak, was in a weak division at the time. He says if he wants to be remembered, he needs a few more fights with tough competitors who fight back. Exactly, man. Those are my sentiments exactly. But, you know, he already going to get there with that undisputed, man. You know, Terence Crawford going to get in there. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They already got him. You know what I'm saying? Got him. They already got him, you know what I'm saying, lined up for it. So James Blackwell says he talked all that shit and ain't doing nothing but put pressure on himself that he can't handle. He's not used to the big stage like Errol. Now, that's interesting because Terence Crawford had a lot of goddamn fights. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of fights. Mir Khan, Kell Brook, Sean Porter. These are fights where he had to really prove himself and he had to really perform, and he did. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm confused, you know what I'm saying? Because he does the performance inside the ring, you know what I'm saying? But what's going on? You know, I know boxers got all kind of shit be going on in their personal life. And I think Terence Crawford gives back to his community. You know what I'm saying? I know he probably, you know what I'm saying, he's responsible for the livelihoods of a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that's under him. And I'm just kind of wondering, you know what I'm saying, is he doing too much? You know what I'm saying? You know, what's going on with that? You know what I'm saying? He always have an entourage with him. I never see him by himself like EJ. You know, EJ be cooling. You know what I'm saying? You know, he'll go to the mall. You might see him at Home Depot or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But Terence Crawford be traveling with an entourage. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, maybe you need to scale down his entourage and just concentrate on, you know, him, you know, just himself and his family. You know what I'm saying? And because Tyson used to have them damn entourages like that. And them entourages can drag you down, they can distract you. But I know Terence Crawford is the type of dude that stays in the gym, and the people who probably are around him probably are like-minded dudes. You know what I'm saying? But still, you got your woman, you still got your, personal shit that may get in the way, brothers, you know what I'm saying, all kind of cousins, all that kind of shit. If you stay where you're from, it's kind of suck because, you're going to hear all the information, that's going on with your family. Sometimes you got to get away from your family, to be able to, like Gervonta Tank Davis, right? He had a lot of problems because, when you still in your hometown and everybody pulling at your coattails, they want something from you. And that shit can be distracting when in boxing is the type of sport where you got to keep all your little skills. You got to keep all your skills together. You got to keep your mindset together, and look like that might be taking a toll on Terence after all these years. You see, Thurman don't want to fucking box anymore. Emmanuel 7 Lion says, take the time and hit the like button. Let's help brother grow his channel. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And, show the channel some love, my brother, because I'm going to be here. You know what I'm saying? I love talking this boxing. You know what I'm saying? Hit the link if you want to come up and talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Emmanuel 7 Lion says, I got pictures. He says, I got pictures of Errol and my son together. Wow. I live here in Dallas, man, and I can't catch EJ, man. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to go by the gym and catch him and Derek, doing the workout. You know what I'm saying? But I be working all the damn time. So he says, we ran into him along the Whole Foods before the Danny Garcia fight. Real down to earth guy. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a real humble dude. You know what I'm saying? I would like to meet Terence too, you know what I'm saying, if he ain't, with his entourage, something like that, you know what I'm saying, try to turn up on you, you know what I'm saying. Jane Blackwell says, he never talked like this until he faced Errol. Sounds like a scared man to me. He says he never really fought somebody on this level like Errol. Everybody else really wasn't on his level. And that, that's a big thing too, man. I'm saying, I think Terence Crawford is all that, man. But like you say, man, he just never had the talent in the ring to really see what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Like against the top dudes. And let's admit it, what I'm saying, this welterweight era, what I'm saying, it really didn't have a lot of tough dudes, what I'm saying, like in the past, what I'm saying, that could be champions, what I'm saying. So, with the 4-belt era, what I'm saying, it gave, like Roy Jones Jr. said, it gave a lot of these suckers a chance, what I'm saying, to get a belt. And even the regular belt, just kind of messing up the situation because people are getting these Mickey Mouse belts. And this is just kind of, it's distracting from, what I'm saying, getting real fights. We want to see Gervonta Tank Davis, what I'm saying, go out there and fight the best. What I'm saying, right now he's bullshitting. He's wasting time. And it's the same, we can move up the ranks and see the same thing, what I'm saying? Look at damn Canelo, what I'm saying? He's holding up the whole damn division. He's not going to fight Arthur Beterbiev. He's probably not going to fight Dimitri Bivol again. But that would be an awesome goddamn fight to see because he needs to get that get back. But he ain't going to do it. He's going to fight Triple G, something that we don't want to see, and they're calling that fight bigger. They're calling the Triple G fight. Y'all hear this shit? They're calling the Triple G fight and Canelo fight bigger than the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. fight. Do y'all believe that shit? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, BH? BH says, Bud did pretty well in a pretty good interview with the Zone recently. And he said he was very complimentary of Spence. Yeah, I just did. That's why I did that live stream last night. What's going on with this energy?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today?
What's going on? What's going on up at Echelon?
The bus, getting it going, riding around, about to snatch the kids some food.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up, man. Make sure you get them kids some good salmon or something.
Now they said they want Taco Bell.
Oh man, well Taco Bell. Sit by the talk soon.
Everything probably closed except for Taco Bell and McDonald's.
You say I think EJ may beat him. Jaron Ennis may beat them both. And yeah, that's something else I want to talk about. Because these guys are getting up there. You know what I'm saying? That Jaron Bruce Ennis is just sitting in the wings and he waiting to see, weakness in these guys. So let's say Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. go in there and beat the shit out of each other like Evander Holyfield and your boy Bo did. You know what I'm saying? And they weaken each other. You know what I'm saying? He go up to 154. They go up to 154. Shit, they may not be the same.
Nah, well, one person ain't gonna be the same. Bud Crawford ain't gonna be the same after that fight. Like, people fight Terence Crawford, they still be alright, but after you fight Earl, like we said, that shit take off years of your boxing life, like, because you taking all that punishment that you see coming, so you bracing for it. See, Bud, he go ahead and damn get you up out the way because you don't see that shit coming, so he just go ahead and bless you with sweet dreams. After you snatch your head back right, you snap out of it, you back good. But Earl, you see that motherfucker hitting you body to body all over. Earl could be slick. Like, he can knock people out with a shot that they don't see coming. But Earl and Derek James know a secret that a lot of these people don't realize. But Coach Ennis, Bozy Ennis knows it too. A lot of these motherfuckers want to look good. A lot of these motherfuckers don't want to fight.
Right.
See, that's the thing. A lot of people ain't trying to fight. Now, when you trying to fight, that's a whole different ball game. When you really get down in the trenches and swing it out, like, motherfuckers ain't trying to do that. They trying to stay on their bike, look good, and trying to get a highlight reel knockout. But the Coach Derek James and his team, they will dig in and go ahead and give you all that. You better have your stamina up on 1,000 when you go against any one of Coach James' fighters.
Well, Manuel Seven Lions says, and James, even though they weren't on his level, he said they got their punches off. He said Butts get hit flush frequently, but his diehards think that he has Mayweather type defense, and he doesn't. And I make that point a lot, man. He don't have the ability like going up to 154. So he don't have that kind of defense, bro, because he is a light guy. You know what I'm saying? He is a smaller dude. And even though, he got some slickness, he's a great counterpunch, he's sharp as shit. You know what I'm saying? What about his punch resistance? You know what I'm saying? I mean, is he going to be able to take and he hasn't had anybody to really test that against, you know what I'm saying?
And when his punching power carry, like, it carried up to 147 because that's the division he should have been fighting in the first place, because he was weight draining himself to make 35 and 40.
Right.
147 was his ideal weight class for his frame. Because, he like 5'8", 5'7". This is the right division for him to be in. Now, if he go up higher, them bigger frame guys up there, like, those are bigger frame guys that are coming down in weight. So when it's time to fight, them guys gonna be a lot bigger, and they still move just as good as welterweights. And like I said, he been taking shots from welterweights. He ain't got hit by a Lubin or a Charlotte or a Fundor. Like, we don't know what that shit might do to him. Might knock his noodles loose.
The spot says, now I could be wrong. He said, I'm BH said, salute upper echelon. And Emmanuel 7 Lion says, they don't want to fight Earl. Don't want to fight. He said Errol fights all 3 minutes of 12 rounds. He said salute, and Emmanuel 7 Lion says salute upper echelon.
Thank you, Emmanuel, man. Thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe and join my community that I got coming up, because coming up soon, we're going to have some guest features out there. I just got finished talking to Coach James today, and he's probably going to be a frequent visitor over there on the channel. I'm just getting the channel up and raising it and everything with my boy Pool Counter's help. So, all of y'all welcome to like and subscribe to the channel. Every subscription will be highly appreciated. Thank you.
Yes, sir. He got some fire content over there, man. So, it's, hopefully Terrence, you know what I'm saying, he go. I think this is his last fight, bro. It just feels like it's his last fight. He don't seem like he's in love with the sport. Kind of like, Keith Thurman, like he's just doing it for the money. I think in an interview, I think it was, I can't remember the interview, but he said that he did not think he would make it this far in this boxing game. He said he would have retired a long time ago, and I can't remember the exact words. I'm just paraphrasing. So it seemed like this might be Terence Crawford's last fight.
Yeah, he was trying to fight too much longer. He said he don't want to fight past 35 a while ago.
Manuel Seven Lion says already subscribed, and that's to you, Up Echelon. And Who's Real says Ron Jones Jr. didn't see Bud get wobbled by Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of fighters follow the sport the way we do. I don't think a lot of the fighters watch boxing.
Roy Jones should have seen it, Who Is Real, because he was commentating on that damn fight. That's the damn shit about it.
Well, shit, Roy he a wild boy. He probably know all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably don't remember it. You know what I'm saying? Emmanuel Seven Lion says, I've been saying for weeks that Bud is cashing out. Errol is going to retire him. Nobody is the same after fighting Errol, and that's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
He's trying to. If he knows this is his last fight, he's gonna get top dollar. Like, I mean, I don't blame him. Who's to tell you what your body is worth, what your health is worth, what your O is worth? He's holding that damn motherfucking belt ransom because he got the last key to Errol Spence's puzzle. Errol Spence wants to be the first ever welterweight undisputed. Everybody else is doing it, and now Errol wants to do it. That's why he agrees to anything to the fight. Just like Floyd Mayweather took that little bit of money versus De La Hoya. Like, when you're going for greatness, you got to take a cut. And if he got to take a cut from Crawford, he'll just do that. But he'll make it up on the back end.
Yeah. So shit, hopefully, hopefully nothing goes wrong, and they both, get it in, Errol Spence Jr. seemed like he's locked in. Didn't you tell me that Derek told you they were working hard over there? You heard me, Sosa? Hello?
Yeah, hold on for 1 second, bro. I'm placing this order. I heard you, though. Let me place this order.
Yeah, so, look like this. It is what it is. It look like they locked in, and look like, let me see. He says, BA says, Errol Spence Jr. tactical aggression and punishment style leaves long-lasting damage. Yeah, of course it do. You seen what he did to Ugas, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time since Errol Spence Jr. been in top shape. You know what I'm saying? All those fights we know with Mikey Garcia, you know what I'm saying? Sean Porter and Danny Garcia, he wasn't in 100% shape. You know what I'm saying? When he came back off the car accident, you know what I'm saying? It came out later that he had body pains and he was still, you know what I'm saying, feeling the effects of the car crash. But then against Ugas, he had even more time to heal because the Manny Pacquiao fight didn't go through. And, you know what I'm saying, when he came back, you know what I'm saying, after that eye retina surgery, that motherfucker got in top shape. He had already had one training camp for the Manny Pacquiao fight. And then he off of that, he healed and he came back, you know what I'm saying, stronger into another camp for Ugas. So that motherfucker was ready. And then he hired that to be fit people, you know what I'm saying, to get his nutrition together and stop eating all that peanut butter and oxtails and shit from Jamaica and all that shit. And he got himself together. You know what I'm saying? You seen the performance that he put on. Let me see. Dave Cates all day. What is that? Dave Skates all day. He said, Bud's going to sleep. And Emmanuel Seven Lion says, you can always tell when Errol is locked in. He doesn't spend any time on social media. He's going to make a statement in this Bud fight. He's looking as good as he did when he fought Lamont Peterson. Yeah, I have to agree. You know what I'm saying? Because even in that Kell Brook fight, it was a layoff. He had like a 9-month layoff, I believe. So it was always something, you know what I'm saying? Because he was so used to fighting so many fights per year. And, you know what I'm saying, when he got to the big time, when he started getting the better fights, when he became a champion, you know what I'm saying, the fight slowed down, so he had to find something to do with his time. You know what I'm saying? And he got into a lot of trouble being a young man. And, you know what I'm saying, as soon as I seen that goddamn Ferrari, I knew it was going to be trouble. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't heard about the drinking or nothing like that. But just being young, that young, and having access to those kind of exotic gifts, you know what I'm saying? That's trouble, bro. And that's what I was thinking when I seen him with the Ferrari and shit. And you know, of course, he got into the car accident, and that just kind of held up everything, you know what I'm saying, for him progressing forward. And it's going to be interesting to see how he look. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's had, you know, he haven't had any car accidents. You know what I'm saying? He haven't had any crashes. So now the mother he get in there and see what he looked like in top form again against Terence Bud Crawford. And I think Bud Crawford is in trouble, man. I really do. Dave Skates All Day says, he said, also Bud had to show a ton of different skills versus subpar competition, and EJ plan A always get the job. Oh, plan A always get the job done. Bud is about to get hurt this fight. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, a lot of the people are saying that EJ isn't versatile. You know what I'm saying? They say he fights the same way, like Antonio Tarver was saying. He fights the same way. Okay, yeah, he said he fights the same way. And I was like, man, it's like they don't give him credit for, you know, the way he fought Mikey Garcia. They don't give him credit the way
It's like
battled.
they so biased, man. Like they just hate to give him credit on his greatness. Like Coach Derrick James said to me, he said it's crazy how they just come out and they hate on the guy for no reason and they don't even know him like that. That's words. That's a direct quote from Derrick James to me.
And they like to take credit from EJ, because I read an article today where in the article they were saying that Ugas, you know what I'm saying, if it wasn't for his eye injury, he wouldn't have got stopped. Just like they tried to say the same thing about Kell Brook. They tried to take away like Errol Spence Jr. didn't crack the man orbital bone. I was like, they just kind of just split the two, like he had an eye injury and that's what stopped him. That was the cause, you know what I'm saying, on his own without EJ Fist, you know what I'm saying, causing that shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was really interesting. So we got a lot of biased boxing writers out there writing this shit up, you know what I'm saying, in a biased way. So Who's Real said, I knew it was trouble when I seen him hanging around Adrian Bronner and Yellow Breezy. Yep. But, you know, we got to remember these guys are young, you know what I'm saying, and boxing is a discipline that keeps you away from, you know what I'm saying, all the traps of life, you know what I'm saying, being in that gym, and it's boring, you know what I'm saying. And if you're young, you want to get out there and you want to raise hell with your friends who are out there free to do what they want to do. And Yellow Breezy is definitely rich. Adrian Bronner's rich, who do the same thing. You know them probably two of the funnest guys to be around. But
see, that's why Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, Floyd had to get Tank away from AB, because when he was with AB, he was ruining his career. He was missing weight. He was doing all that right there. So that's when Gervonta died. He's focused into the damn boxing.
And you see his game has raised about 5 levels, you know what I'm saying, since he left AB alone. And he's been focusing on his shit, on his craft. You know what I'm saying? You see that Tank Davis looking way better than he did. He was going off of raw talent. He had skill. But, man, now you starting to see the skill side of Tank, you know what I'm saying, coming out. And you know, that's because he's focusing on what he needs to focus on, losing that weight, staying in shape, you know what I'm saying, not looking like a Cabbage Patch Kid and shit, you know what I'm saying, between fights.
All out of shape.
You know what I'm saying? Having a big belly. I used to see pictures of Tank, man. His stomach was hanging in the damn T-shirt outside his apartment. I was like, what the hell is going on? And let me see. David Skates All Day. Yeah, look at all fat and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then when he
like
miss weight.
Roly-poly.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Then missing weight and shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Getting tired and gassing out in fights.
Title with that shit too.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
So,
you see?
That was going out there with Broder not taking shit seriously. That's why Floyd ain't never pushing for the big fights, because hell, like, you not focused. And now Tank is focused. You know, he look real cut, real slim. He done got his grown man on. Him and Errol Spence both is rededicated and refocused to the sport. And both of them are going to be some monsters right now, especially Errol. Earl's done stayed that same size for over I think like almost 2 years now. He's been that same weight, that same physicalness. So he's gonna be at his peak physical condition when he goes up against Crawford. And after Crawford, he's gonna let that shit go so he can go to 154. So we can really see the best Spence out there. Cause see, like they say, ain't nobody down here at 147 made Earl fight the way Earl has to fight to make him go in his tool bag and use all his tools. But now when he get to 154, like he said, you'll see the best Earl at 154 or 160. And maybe it'd be guys that'll challenge him to make him have to fight a different way because he won't be the big guy like that. So he won't be able to just bulldoze and do like he do, like body snatch motherfuckers, because it might be motherfuckers that's a lot bigger than him that might want to snatch his body. So then he's gonna have to fight on the back foot or fight using the control of the distance and be a slick fighter. That's what Earl gonna show us when he got in the bag. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right. And BH says, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
hit
show
the like
the channel.
Button. It's free. It's free to
and
hit
show
the
the channel
button.
some love, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? This pool kind of boxing, bro. We're gonna be here. And Emmanuel 7 Lion says Tank locked in and he gives much better interviews as well. He's coming into his own. Yeah, he's very comfortable with the media now. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't as comfortable, but now you see, you know, he can talk to him and, you know what I'm saying, he can ad lib and all that shit now. He's doing very well. Especially he got him out of his element. He's over there, you know what I'm saying, training hard. His team, you know what I'm saying, they're amazing, man, what they've done with Tank. And watching Errol Spence Jr. also maturing. You know, when he got that damn farm out there, man, that was the best thing he ever done, bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting away from the city, you know what I'm saying, and concentrating on the family. And it's just making him a whole better fighter. You know what I'm saying?
The best thing he did was get rid of G Herbo's ex-girl. That was the best thing he could have did because that girl wasn't shit. She was with him just for clout. Like, hell, that's why G Herbo got rid of that damn girl. That girl wasn't nothing. She was for the streets, and all she made Tank do was spend motherfucking money and go out. Like, she wanted to put his whole life on the damn internet. Like, he laid up with this damn girl, eat damn all types of shit. She going out to eat, then they going out to eat and shit. And he not even focusing on what he got to focus on. So I'm glad that he done got rid of that motherfucking gold digger. And now he back on what he need to get it back on because she wasn't shit. All she was doing was bring his ass down, man.
So, you know what I'm saying? What are the skills that Errol Spence Jr. could possibly be hiding, bro? You know what I'm saying? That he hasn't shown in the ring. Is it more back foot type of tactics or movement? You know, different punches. What do you think? So is Errol Spence Jr. haven't shown us yet?
I know the same way Jamal Charlo floated around the ring, I'm pretty sure Earl can float around that ring the exact same way. The same way Jamel Charlo did. I'm pretty sure Earl can float that ring like that. I know Earl can catch the shots. Hell, you know Earl got that high. He has that high motor, so I know he will outbox you, outpunch you. But you know he got such an educated jab. I feel like he can do a Devin Haney if he want to, with just more powerful. I feel like he can sit back there and have a boring ass fight and sit back there and pick you apart with the jab because we've seen Canelo lose by the jab. We've seen George Ferocious Kambosos lose by the jab. We've seen Cool Boy Step just watch your boy Daddy Roman with the jab. We seen Shakur Stevenson bust Oscar Valdez ass with the jab. And see, Earl is Tim Duncan. He's full of fundamentals. So if he's so fundamentally sound, then you know he has his jab up to the 10th power. You know he got that jab working. And you know that jab is exquisite in its own fleet, like the girls used to say. So I'm telling you, you know Earl can fight a whole fight with that jab leading the way and he's crushing through.
Now, one thing I'm thinking that Crawford is probably working on is getting that his orthodox stance together, because he knows he knows that southpaw shit ain't gonna work with EJ. So he's probably really working on a lot of his orthodox stuff, and he's probably toughening up that body because he know EJ's coming for that damn body to snatch that damn soul up out of him.
I think
And
he's gonna, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
I don't think he's gonna use that orthodox because if you notice his last few fights, every time he was in orthodox, motherfuckers been hitting his ass good. Like
yeah, but I don't think he worked on it. I think he knows
orthodox when Kell Brook was boxing his ass up.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
orthodox is gold.
But what I'm saying is, you don't think he's gonna try to tighten up on that orthodox because of that? You know what I'm saying? Because he knows he's fighting EJ and he knows he ain't gonna be able to beat him in his southpaw stance because he's not gonna be able to switch and have the same effect that it's had on the other fighters. You know what I'm saying? The only way I could see that working with Earl is if he try to switch to orthodox and tighten that up. You know what I'm saying?
He can try to tighten it up, but his orthodox is always like, since he's the move to welterweight, his orthodox has been highly ineffective because now he's a little bit heavier, so he's not as elusive. Like, he reminds me of Roy Jones a little bit because when Roy Jones with the heavyweight came back down, his athleticism waned. And see, Crawford, he doesn't have the same athleticism that he had at 140. That's why he's also been enamored with his power. And see, now since he got that power now, it's like a sense. Like when you lose one of your senses, the other four heightens.
Motherfucker.
You know, like if you lose one sense, the other four heightens, right? So Crawford done lost some of his elusiveness, but now he done got more power, more IQ. Like his other four senses have came up. So I'm really not sure that he can switch back to that orthodox and do that because EJ is too good of a southpaw for you to be in a stance that's not your dominant. Like Derrick James said, that's some bullshit. Like, you remember he said this, that's some shit, that switching shit. That switching shit gonna get you knocked off. You better pick your best poison and stay with it. Because if you go orthodox, that means you line right up for Earl to come right there in your damn wheelhouse. Because you know southpaws had that little trick against conventional orthodox fighters. So if you want to set yourself up for failure, play with that orthodox if you want to.
Well, you know, you having southpaw to southpaw, they're gonna mirror each other. What's going on, no cap?
Nothing. Just doing my study on Bud, see how he about to get his ass whooped.
So what do you think about that? If they come out mirroring each other in the southpaw position, that's gonna be some interesting shit right there.
Okay,
you know, okay.
It's like Derrick James said, that shit ain't no book. That's a book. Ain't nobody worried about that shit. You know
what's going on, Don? What's going on?
Like the more tape I watch, I just don't see Bud competing with Spence, bro. Like I can see him. He gonna be getting outboxed from the first round on to the. He probably gonna have a closed eye by the end of the fight. They gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be people gonna be surprised that Spence is outboxing this guy. Like he don't got the tools to fuck with Spence. See. But now that I watched it, like a bunch of their fights on back to back, it's even more evident Spence is going to like he gonna dominate Bud. You know, Spence really dominated everybody he fought except for Sean Porter because Sean Porter he fought a style that's the worst style matchup for Errol Spence. And Sean Porter the only person that's
only because Errol Spence chose to fight that style. Because
but regardless, you can't fight Sean Porter at that own style without him making it a good fight. It was like
I know, but Earl sat there and said, "I'm gonna beat him at his own game." And he did.
Right, but I'm saying, but that's the only everybody else he dominated. Terence Crawford ain't really dominate nobody, you know what I'm saying, besides Jeff Horn and Amir Khan. So it was like it's going even with the Sean Porter fight, he got the stoppage, but it was a competitive fight the whole fight. He was like it wasn't like he was whooping Sean Porter ass the whole time and shit.
Well,
you know,
what if
Porter, go ahead.
Well, what
Sean
if
Porter, you know, he was gassed out in around the sixth round anyway.
Well, what would be interesting to me to see if EJ come out there and shock the world and come out there and just straight up just box this motherfucker and beat him.
That's
you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about
boxing.
Yeah, but EJ coming to damn destroy some shit. He not about to play games with Crawford. He's coming
see,
to
what,
death.
one thing about EJ, he like to beat you at your game, right? So Crawford is a counter puncher. What if he want to beat, you know what I'm saying, Crawford at his own shit? You know, because I was watching Crawford fights today, and you know he's got that nice little quick uppercut. You know what I'm saying, where he changed the angle on that motherfucker, where he come from up on the underside, and then you know what I'm saying, he got that nice little you know, that rear counter.
Crawford ain't the type of damn boxer that he can play like that. See, he can do that with these other damn boxers, but see, they come to give it to Crawford early, like they did the Ugas. They didn't try to fight Ugas game either. They coming to get you in and get you up out of there quick. Like they say, you don't get paid for overtime.
I mean, the reason why I think Earl will box Crawford is because Crawford's only chance to win is to land one of them counters, get him to fall, get him to run into one of them counters. And he good at setting up. But the thing is,
another thing, no cap. He is good with the straight left, and he's good at that little hook, the left hook. You know what I'm saying? A good combination puncher. So he can, you know what I'm saying, get them licks in and get the fuck on way. So that's where I'm thinking EJ may bring out the boxing skills.
He might not even be able to hurt Earl. Like people don't like Crawford. Most of his knockouts come because he get them guys to run into the shots they don't see, and that's
exactly. And once he feel like
Earl ain't gonna fall into the traps. I don't think he got.
Hurt him. Once Earl see that he can't hurt him, it's like
if he can't hurt Earl, it's gonna be a tremendous ass. Well, if he can't hurt Earl or Earl don't respect his power, he gonna hurt that man.
It's gonna be,
or it's gonna be one of them situations where he putting so much into his punches so early. He putting so much power on everything that he wearing himself out just to try to keep EJ in place. You see what I'm saying? And he get tired early, and he get
also. Is he gonna be able to take Spence's punches, though? Spence gonna be breaking them down from the moment the fight begins. Spence gonna be touching him,
taking his power too.
You know, Kell Brook was touching him with that jab so frequently, his eye was damn shut.
Every punch that Spence led is gonna be taking away power, and you see Kell Brook shut that damn eye, so you know Spence jab is gonna be up.
Brook wasn't going to the body like Spence gonna be jabbing and going to the body and putting pressure on him, mental pressure with he gonna be Spence. I mean Crawford gonna be on the back foot. Spence gonna be boxer, puncher, applying the pressure on him. But Crawford gonna try to get him to fall into some shit. But the difference is Spence ain't gonna lunge out of position. Spence don't do shit where he out of position. You know what I'm saying? Like even on the inside, he in positions, he at turn angles where you can't even punch him back. You know what I'm saying? Or he duck. Like
he gonna use that jab to reset Crawford. That jab will reset a motherfucker from anything that they try to do anyway. That jab can disrupt your timing.
I just think Spence is a better fighter overall than Bud, and it's like Bud just gonna be outmatched. Like the more I see it, I'm like, damn, Bud ain't really got nothing he can do with this nigga. But they gassing him up. I think he started to bleed the gas a little too much.
That's why he's so humble, because he done went back and looked at some of them tapes. And he seen that this is a fight for his life for real. Like
it is, dog. Because it's like he ain't never fought. This is the worst stylistic matchup for Bud. That's the problem. Like Spence already fought his worst style matchup and won. This is Bud worst stylistic matchup. He ain't never fought nobody that he could base that he could prepare for.
This is everybody's worst style matchup. Being honest about the situation.
Because he can fight multiple ways. It's like he got all the damn tools damn near. It's like. He goes Bud ass. Like you gotta be bigger. Like Spence, you gotta be bigger than this nigga. And you gotta be able to box.
Absorb his shots. That's why I said we ain't gonna see the best Earl until he move up to like 154, 160, because a motherfucker ain't gonna make him have to damn protect himself like that until he get up there to motherfuckers that can really hurt him.
Right.
Because Danny Garcia punched harder than Crawford. He took a flush.
He took a flush on the chin and wiped it off. Wiped it right off.
And Danny knew that was a damn cheap shot, you know what I'm saying? He knew that was a shot after the bell, but he got him a clean shot in. So Trap Media USA says, I like Earl, but that check hook goes right around Earl's guard. And Who's Real says Earl has the best jab in boxing. And he also
Exactly, and
comes.
that jab will keep resetting you. Like I say, it'll reset him each time.
And
It's a
he comes
reset
back.
button. It's
He
hard to
comes
get your
back.
shit going when he got that jab in your face. And one
I
thing
don't know,
about
but also I can
once
see
he
Earl
puts
putting the
that
pressure on
jab,
him and just smothering him and beating him up too. I see that
and
happening
once
too.
Earl puts that jab in
But
your
see,
face, then he coming behind with that combo. And then, like I
but
say, he
see,
got the 36 palms of Errol Spence. And once he starts getting into the 36 palms of Errol Spence, it's a wrap. He going
See,
the
the
way he
problem
see.
with Sean
going in
Porter
there.
was he
Oh, he
didn't
So,
want to
have
punch it back.
Sean Porter. They had
so
the ability to
fellas, how y'all think EJ gonna close that distance
Yeah.
with the jab? Y'all think he's
like he
gonna use
always
his
do.
jab to close that distance?
When he jab,
Of
he steps
course.
in.
EJ lives and
Like,
dies by the jab.
like his best
Yeah, I think
combo
so
is
That's
too.
what
the
Errol
bread and
comes
butter
with
is
the jab.
that. Right. He do the
You know,
step. He
because
jab. He
He's
do this.
educated, so
He
he
step
gonna
in
come
with the
with that.
jab. He throw the rear hook. Then he throw the lead hook. That's his bread and
now,
butter combo. How he get
now
inside.
you saw when he fought when Crawford. You know, you saw on the intro when he when Ricky Burns. You know, what I'm saying when he was jabbing, and you saw how Crawford kind of did like a pull counter overhand right. You know what I'm saying? You don't think Crawford can catch EJ coming in, you know what I'm saying? I know he got the high guard and everything, you know what I'm saying? You don't think he can come around that because he likes to throw them damn looping shots.
Right, but I think Earl is good at timing. Like he good at getting. It's gonna be hard to counter Earl like that. Even if he get him once, I think Earl will make the adjustment and not get
Hey,
hit.
Bud, where my Bud fans at? Y'all got to come on up here. I keep,
Man, Bud
trying
ain't
to
got
bridge
no
that
fans.
gap.
He was Earl Spence haters. And I was a Bud fan too. Like first I thought it was 50-50 fight, and then I thought Bud was gonna win. Then I thought it was 50-50 again, but then after looking at all the data and shit, just seeing the situation, Earl about to beat this guy it ain't gonna be the Hall, it ain't gonna be the Hagler, it ain't gonna be the Leonard Hearns. This will be more like Hagler and motherfucking Hearns. Or it's gonna be dominant. Earl will win the fight handily. And
Well, we
Crawford,
all know how Crawford get down. At some point in the fight, Crawford going to fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, once that motherfucker get hit, he going to want to fight. And I think that's where he's going to take a lot of damage when he try to get in front of Errol and
I don't
really
think he
go
gonna
for
do
broke.
that. If he didn't do it to Victor Postal, he was like the fact he ran for Victor Postal, he not gonna fight Earl. Trust me.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, who's real says first time Bud switches, I think Errol's going to jump on him. And David Skates all day says another thing, Bud can't go southpaw against a natural southpaw. It's only advantage against is an orthodox boxer. But that limits Bud already.
But at the same time, Bud ain't gonna have no choice but to fight. Because if Earl want to fight, then he ain't gonna have no choice but to fight. It's what Earl want to do. If Earl want to keep it a boxing match, it's gonna be a boxing match. If he want to fight, it's gonna be a fight. Crawford ain't gonna have
Don says I'm here. What's going on, Don? And let me see, Ronaldo Michelle says he says I'm trying to figure out how Crawford can win this fight. I just don't see it. Yeah, that's why we going through it.
Let that counter shot Earl and buzz Earl and then jump on him. That's his only. But Earl is good at recovery even when he get buzz. So it's hard. It's like one punch ain't gonna do it for Crawford. He gonna have to that's what I'm saying. He ain't got no choice.
Well, he is an accumulative, puncher. He gets you with that one good shot. He's just so goddamn fast, and he got so much power in both hands that he's bombing your ass once he gets you, discombobulated. You know what I'm saying? He gets you fucked up, and he's so damn athletic and so fast and so accurate, you know what I'm saying, that you can't even see the damn punches coming once he gets you out of position. And Ronaldo Michelle says, I think Spence is going to come out box at first, and then he would turn up around 4 or 5. It's going to look like when he fought Danny. Yeah, I think so too, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Reed? What's going on? Who's real in the building? What's happening, fellas?
What up, though?
What's going on, y'all? Shit, been a minute. What's happening?
Yeah, man.
What Reed with?
I'll tap in with my bros.
What's
up,
happening with you? You probably did.
Oh, man.
What's happening, bro? What you got on?
Man, I look at it. I say, man, look, once Bud switch, Earl
Mm-hmm.
going straight to the inside. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that would be his best game plan. As soon as he switch, step right into him. Just step right into him. Cause we all know Bud, when Bud get on the inside, he just lose all sensibility of boxing and everything. He got to get the hell up out of there. And that's the first. That's really Earl's best game plan is to fight on the inside against Bud and not sit out there and try to have a jab contest and give him something to counter. Because that's all Bud can gonna do is try to counter from the outside.
Right. Right. What's going
He
on,
ain't gonna
Ben?
like Earl in his chest though.
Shalom,
Ben is real in here.
Yeah,
shalom,
Ben, you just
shalom,
popped up.
Oh
shalom,
man,
Pug,
we got the
shalom, Hood,
crew.
shalom to the other brother on the panel. What's
Shalom,
good,
my
man? What's good,
brother.
my
What's
brother?
going on, Ben? So what you got
Man,
on
you
it,
got
Ben?
it, fam.
Y'all know how I feel about it, though, man. You know, the thing is, in my eyes, though, is what Bud gonna do. You know, he say he gonna sign the paperwork. I ain't getting excited till he signed. You know, he cornered, his fans cornered, and boxing fan want to see the biggest fight in boxing this year. We don't want to see it next year. We don't want no rollover. We don't want no more. You know, so I'm here to just support the fight.
Man,
What's
I don't
going on
think
with
Bud
y'all,
can
brother?
outbox Spence, period, though. That's why I'm like, it's like he ain't got no chance. Sean Porter arms too short. He had to lunge in. He couldn't fight the Sean Porter fight against Bud because he didn't have the reach. He couldn't get to this nigga to make it that type of fight because Bud would just step back and boot like and then he would throw that left hand. He was hitting him with that shit the whole fight till he finally dropped him with it. But it was like that's because Sean Porter, he just didn't. Bud was just too quick for the nigga. That's just what the shit came down to.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Spence, however, he got the jab that could get it. He got the reach to get into this nigga. He can hit this nigga whenever he want. Because his footwork, the jab, he step in with the jab, and then he come in with a hook, and then another hook. You know what I'm saying? That's his bread and butter combo, how he get in on these niggas. And Bud gonna be having a taste of that the whole night. He gonna have to hold, he gonna be clenching the hold on. Like it's gonna be a rough, Spence don't really let niggas hold on to him. Like he be framing niggas and then stepping to different angles and letting off a couple ripping body shots and shit. Then he'd be out.
What's going on, G5 in the building? What's going on, Mr. Punch Out Boxing and MMA? Sorry to cut you off, bro. I just had to acknowledge those guys. You were done?
Yeah, I was done.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's gonna be what you got on it, Benny. We haven't heard from you in a minute. Let me hear you cook a little bit.
You know, but I want to see this fight. You know, shout out to Devin Haney for becoming undisputed, not to move the goalpost, for doing this thing at 135. And this is what boxing fans should want first. You know, when we got a fight like this, undisputed at our front door. At the front door, Pull. We got undisputed right here. What's up, bud? Bernie,
Wow.
Fat Matt, what y'all gonna do? Y'all over there, y'all been capping for the longest, man. Enough of this shit, man. I want to see the switch hit. They see your little ass get knocked out. I want to see the little counter, all that little check hook they talking about. I want to see this shit. Nothing, absolutely nothing, Pull. That little catfish can pull out his toolbox, can keep EJ off his ass for 12 rounds. Nothing. It's gonna be, my opinion, it's gonna be a short fight. 11 rounds max. I'm thinking it's gonna. I think it really gonna end in about 9, because EJ probably gonna be too much. 9, between 9 and 11, ain't going to the scorecards. This undisputed it's gonna be a statement. It's gonna be a statement made in this fight. We got 2 elite fighters. I ain't taking nothing away from Catfish Crawford.
It gets great in the 8 now. I'm telling you, he's going to the 8th round.
You gonna give him the 8th?
8th round? That'll be enough body punishment that's done piled up and built up. Bud ain't as big as Ugas, so his body ain't gonna be able to take as much.
But they say he got enough.
The way Kell Brook damaged his eye, though, I'm worried about Bud for real in this fight. Like, if Kell Brook did that shit in like a couple rounds, dog, Spence is gonna have his eye down there. He gonna have a broken eye too, dog. Like just like Ugas.
And that's why Bud is getting more humble.
Some broken ribs.
That's why Bud is getting humble lately, because he sees it could be a possibility that eye go.
Wow.
I know
Wow.
that eye goes.
Dave skates all day says EJ want to hurt Bud for that shit talk. For shit talking him.
Exactly.
He says Holmack been doing and Holmack been doing. He's going to work the jab to get on the inside, and if Bud can't hurt Spence, it'll be a long night or maybe a short one if them eyes don't hold up. And who's real? You know what I'm saying? He on the panel now. He said He said Bud knows EJ going to break some bones. He thinking about that recovery process. And Emmanuel Seven Lion says once EJ knows that he can take Bud's power, it's going to be a long night for Bud. So everybody's kind of on the same wavelength here.
I mean, that's the thing. Bud got the power at 47, but he ain't really been. Is he durable at 47? That ain't really been put to the test. Because I mean, wake up.
Put to the test either.
I mean, he got power. He stopped. He whooped Jeff. I mean, Jeff Morris up, but he a big guy. He was able to. He was hurting him with all his punches. You know, he got power to, but can he take the punishment? Like Kell Brook was putting some damage on him in just a few rounds. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's Bud's biggest. Like his defense ain't that good. Like people try to make him seem like he be like Mayweather or some shit. It's like Bud defense ain't that damn good. He take damage, and you know, so that's the problem. Like is he gonna be able to withstand the damage coming his way to get to the point where he can set up this the Bud specials, you know, his little Bud magic he be doing, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. And I don't think he can.
And you know, exactly, you know, I feel as though it's about who's going to assert who in this fight. I feel as though EJ going to assert more of himself than Bud can do of himself. That's all I feel. I feel as though EJ going to be the matador. You know what I'm saying? And gonna have Bud running around like that confused Bud, and then in the end beat his ass beautifully. I feel as though Bud's a lot of things Bud can do early, but can he do it? It's a lot of questions. It's got a lot of boxing fans just wondering, damn, I wonder if EJ can really do this against Bud. I wonder if Bud can do this. This is why this fight got everybody. And Bud need to come to his senses. Take them motherfucking thongs off, put some motherfucking boxes on my motherfucking dude, and do your thing, bro. Go be great. You done did it at 140. You got an opportunity to be great again at 147, man. Stop all that pussy shit and get to this paperwork, bro.
Right. I hope I'm wrong, but
fans what they want.
You know what Bud really needed to fight Keith Thurman to get ready for Spence, though. Like he really needed that test.
Ain't no more tests.
No, I think that's not.
He had enough tests when he was over there. Him, Fat Mac, and little Bernie boy when they was over there in huddle. Talking all that shit, that's what he should have been talking all that other once upon a time thing. You know what I'm saying? You had your work.
Welterweight with power like that. That's the problem with like that's
you had your pickings. You had Sean Porter. You got a little entry move. That's enough. Ain't no more giving y'all no more way out of this fight, bro. Ain't no more shoulda, coulda, woulda. No, EJ is at your door. You gonna fight for it or surrender? You got two choices, bro. I hope you go out with honor and fight for it, defend it like a man. That's what I'm hoping. You know, you right.
Bud ain't gonna lay down
at 154 and 160. Them statement he's making is 154 and 160. The man got a predator in front of him at 147. You done been great at 140, dude. You done did that shit. You could do this shit again.
That's all he's done.
Where's the uncertainty coming from right there then? If you so certain,
man, you see he done went back and looked at the videos and see what Earl really can do.
Well, Mr. Punch Out Boxing and MMA, what's going on, brother? He says EJ got to watch out for Bud's uppercuts, and Errol sometimes has a predictable 1-1-2 combination. That's what I was talking about earlier. What's going on, G5 in the building?
You got to watch out for Earl's uppercut. That shit broke Uga's face. Earl got an uppercut too. And his jab is more straighter than Terence Crawford's jab, just like Kell Brook. Terence Crawford had the reach advantage over Kell Brook, but Kell Brook was always first with that jab, though.
Yeah, but that's when he was in that. That's when he was in the orthodox position, though. When he switched over to southpaw, you see what happened to him. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. Terence Crawford ain't gonna be able to sit there and sit for a round or two to get information, because if he do, the fight gonna be over by then.
Right, that's what I think too.
Softball out the window for Spencer softball.
Mr. Punch Out Boxing and MMA, he said facts. He said the time is now for this fight. What's the holdup? And
Bud's the holdup. Shit.
Mr. Turner said, well, Earl said, he said, shit, once I get this WBA title, we're going to see who holding the goddamn fight up. And what will we see? What's going on?
See, it was all
What's
good
that?
because he knew Earl was going after everybody else. But now Earl got his focus on him. Now he like, shit's real. I can't put off this narrative. But he also got and said, nah, Earl not ducking me. He really wants to fight too. He said that, a while ago.
And Mr. Turner says, iron sharpens iron. Spence for the win. And Dave skates all day. He says, facts. When EJ get close, Bud gonna have PTSD. Laugh out loud. He's gonna be shook. And he comes back and says, he's gonna send Bud to the shadow realm for real. And he says,
See, this is what people fail to realize. Anybody with a good jab has always given Bud problems. Like Jose Benavidez had a good jab. He went 12 rounds with Bud. Bud couldn't stop Postal because Postal had that little jab. You know what I'm saying? Bud,
Ricky Burns too.
Huh?
Ricky Burns too.
Yeah, I'm talking about like motherfuckers that really got that jab. Like, Ugas has a decent jab. That's probably how he beat him in the amateurs, but Kell Brooks, for as long as it lasted, his jab was doing numbers on Crawford. But Spence is built for it tough. That nigga's durable. And and he got the highest output of any welterweight. Like, you just wind him up and send him on his way, and it's chugga, and it's going down. And Crawford start off slow. Like, both of them start with 1,000 energy. Let's just say it like that. But with Derek James training, Earl starts off with 2,000 energy. Boom. So you playing a game. One got 1,000, one got 2,000. Okay, as soon as that bell ring, that clock starts to take that 1,000 down. It's going down second by second because now he got to think. Now he's backing up. Earl's pressing. So he's expending energy trying to get away. Earl shoots a jab. He dips. He tries to jab of his own. So now they trading jabs. Okay, Earl, boom, body shot. Boom. You just lost 25. 2 more body shots. That's 100 gone. Bud counters back. Boom. You losing 10 because you threw a punch. You throw a couple more. You lose 50. Earl hits you with a couple more. Boom, boom, boom. And eventually that shit's going to wear down because anything Crawford do is going to be taken away from his overall stamina. If he throws a punch, it takes it away. If he runs, it takes it away. If he dips, dives, do anything right there, his energy is going down. And not to mention, every time he gets hit in the body, it's a double piece coming down. Anytime he gets hit, it comes down. So the fight is going to be over with around the 6th or 7th round, and he's going to stop him in the 8th.
Wow.
Eyes going to close up. And I hope Bomac has the decency not to let Terence go out like motherfucking Ugas, because Terence probably ain't going to let him go.
Well, the one thing you notice when you watch is all the Terence Crawford fight, they're not able to put the pressure on him that's needed to beat him.
They scared him. They scared him.
He never fought nobody that could pressure him, though. That's what they had that style. It's like.
If Jose Benavidez had both his legs and he had been shot, I think Jose Benavidez might have upset Terence, man. For real. Because he had some cracks with him. He had some cracks.
I think Terence he was just
Hall of Fist 90. He did. Yeah, Ugas beat him twice in the amateurs. Yeah, he sure did. And Ronaldo.
I can see why Crawford would lose to Eddie. He lost to Mikey Garcia. Crawford's style don't really suit for the amateurs. So I see how Danny was able to beat him and Mikey in the amateurs because he don't really got an amateur style for that scoring system.
Yeah. If you don't have if you don't have a high out punch put and so you don't have a jab for quick scoring. I'm surprised Crawford didn't do better in the amateurs because he do have fast hands and looked like he would be able to adjust, but maybe he was just learning his craft and getting into his style. You know what I'm saying?
That's what got him kicked out the pro-ams when they got in the fight. Well, when Gary Russell stole off on them.
Right. When they was up there on the bleachers and some shit like that.
When they was at the pro-ams, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Ronaldo Mitchell says Spence is going to make Crawford fight every second of every round. Crawford will start to break down round 5. Then he's cooked. Mr.
Why you think Crawford's doing 20 miles right now? He knows
that's what I said.
He knows what the task. He got to move a mountain with the faith of a mustard seed, like they say in the Bible. You can move a mountain if you got the faith of a mustard seed. And
Right,
see,
but maybe this might push Crawford to a level we ain't never seen him at the same time. Like to me, the Crawford win this fight, we gonna see a Crawford we ain't never seen before. He gonna do some shit we ain't never seen him do.
Yeah, he might go Super Saiyan Ultra. Yeah, he might go God mode. You know what I'm saying? Ultra Instinct. Crawford might go Ultra Instinct.
Let's see, PGA Street Dog was in the building. What's going on, brother?
And this what we want him to do. We want him to go
even when Goku went Ultra Instinct, he still couldn't stop my man. My man still
come with his best game. I don't even want to come with nothing less but that. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's gonna be a classic.
Because guess what? Hey, Pug, and who? Guess who number one on my pound for pound list? And number two,
Charlo and Spence.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Spence
number one and
Terence
number
Crawford.
two. I got Crawford at number one. Gonna shock a lot of people. I got Crawford at number one, Spence at number two. So when
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Crawford ain't lost it yet. I mean, 1, 2, and 3 are interchangeable to mine. Like,
well, what do y'all think? Charlo. Do y'all think Terence Crawford legs, him turning 35, gonna have anything to do with Errol Spence Jr. winning this fight?
That's why I said he done lost.
Put Charlo over Bud.
He used to be.
I won't go there. I feel as though both of them is talented enough. I feel as though it's about who gonna insert themselves the most, though. You know what I'm saying? Which Terence Crawford gonna show up? We gonna get the canned fish version. We gonna get this lunch meat version of him, or we gonna get the true the Mr. Everybody claim Mr. Badass. I know a version of EJ showing up, and Terence gonna have to put every motherfucking thing in the toolbox and throw it at EJ. Still ain't gonna be enough, because he's gonna keep coming and he's gonna keep inserting himself. The orbital bone, like who mentioned, the ribs, all this shit gonna take a toll. EJ gonna keep inserting himself, applying more pressure. The speed, the ring IQ, is this what gonna have to set in for Terence Crawford. He gonna have to make instinct ability. He gonna have to change. He switch. Don't go to that move, Terence. Do not switch, because your ass gonna get knocked out. That's what I'm looking for, Who? That's what I'm looking for, Pull. I'm looking to see what type of Terence Crawford. They say he running 30, 40 miles a day. He need to run 100. You know what I'm saying? For real, which one gonna show up? And first and foremost, I want him to sign that paperwork to get this fight set and sealed and delivered to the boxing fans, though, bro. So we can talk our shit. So we can go.
Real, what's the hold up?
Terence, huh? The hold up. We know what the hold up is. The hold up, I'm finna come take your shit. He over there in Omaha High, bro. Y'all know what the hold up. You don't see it. It's clear as day now. Oh, he said he gonna take the easy route. Now you remember all that shit they was talking? You gotta make them remember that shit. Ain't no more excuses now. You can't give them no way out of this shit. Ain't no Keith Thurman. Ain't no more JoJo Dancer. Ain't no more motherfucker. Terence Crawford and EJ. That's it. Let's go this year.
You know why? They thought they was gonna get that Earl that fought Sean Porter and fought Mikey Garcia. They didn't know that the old Earl came back, and the old Earl is back, and he got some new tricks in the bag. So he done sat there and fought without his main asset, which is his bulldoze and show-stopping strength. He showed that he could win fights without it. So now he got it back. So now he's a whole different monster, because he can win that fight just by boxing or bulldozing.
Mm-hmm. So Mr. Punch Out Boxing and MMA says, why y'all think Mayweather hanging around Bud? You already know. He want to sign Bud. You know what I'm saying?
He trying to get the biggest fight in boxing.
Well, and see when he's since this is the biggest fight in the of the decade.
Check too, shit. Mayweather got his hands in it.
Right. So, he's trying to, the closer he stay to Bud and Earl, he get that shine too. He stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? And Yolanda Dixon, what's up, Queen? She said she's in the building. She says, hey. And
Floyd also adds his own shine to it too, because just Floyd being there, that adds a couple 100,000 more views right there.
Yeah, he definitely still the face of boxing. He definitely still the face of boxing. Joan Ronan says, Bud fights and counters, but needs to create offense off his back foot, which won't happen because Bud is too skilled. He used to spar with Floyd. Bud doesn't have the defense like that. Nothing he can do. And Carl Dixon, welcome to the channel. He says they hold up. The holdup is that they are working a 3-fight deal. I heard that, according to Antonio Tava podcast, and you know what I'm saying, that'll be a great.
What the hell?
Now think about it. It leaves room for a rematch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We don't think that EJ gonna lose, but Bud is a motherfucking elite fighter. I mean, he goes out there, he beat EJ. There's gonna be a rematch clause, and then there's the fight left for Jamel Charlo. That's what I'm thinking. Dave Skates All Day says, I think the version of Porter that showed up against Spence would have beaten Bud. Porter pressure had Bud real frustrated. EJ pressure is different. And Mr. Punch Out in MMA, he says, Goku couldn't fuck with Jaron, fam. Laugh out loud. Oh, man. All these Dragon Ball Z references. And what he said, Decaris TSP says Errol don't have no he don't have no new shit. He's the same fighter. He's the same fighter B was then and now.
What are you watching? You
He's the same fighter.
Dude. You just
He's the same fighter B. Let's see. And what's going on Boxing Nocturnal Thoughts? Love his channel. Y'all subscribe to Boxing Nocturnal Thoughts. The man, I love his breakdowns. I love the way he just, his whole delivery is smooth and it's very calm. Very
hey,
great
I'm
breakdowns over there.
I'm gonna tell y'all something right here. Check this out, right? Let's say Bud does sign a three fight deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
He loses to EJ on the first fight. Then, you know, since he signed the deal, he moves up to 154 and they go ahead and give him the Charlo fight. That's still maybe like, you know, if he
they ain't gonna feed him the Charlo because I'm gonna intercept the ball. I'm gonna tell the stablemate, and I think I came up here. We discussed this before though. I feel as though this way EJ gonna bring Charlo to the senses, bro. It's time for us to, you know, we brothers. We also can make a whole lot of money right here. You feel what I'm saying? With this fight, you can fight Canfish, or you can fight beef.
Charlo ain't gonna fight Spence though, man. He not.
Man, you put enough, you know what I'm saying? They said it in the fight. He told him, he said, Espinosa, now you talking 50 million on this, you know, who knows? Shit. The money will be there. We talk
sometimes money is not important.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't think Charlo wants that smoke.
What you think? What they in it for? I mean, both of them. When
Charlo know he can't beat Spence. He done found that out. He trying to set himself up for failure.
Those guys sparring partners and they have the same coach.
That'll fuck up the damn.
I just don't see that fight ever happen.
Derrick James ain't gonna let that shit happen. Derrick James ain't about to fuck
what
up.
I don't take
Bud serious either.
Derrick James ain't about to let them fuck up that money like that. No. Derrick James.
What are you gonna
do? Take Bud serious when he calling out Charlo.
EJ
I think
the
that's
winner.
just a gimmick.
Okay. Nah, EJ the winner. I'm just going what you said, your analysis. EJ the winner of the fight. Both of them going north. Both of them heading 54. So what that leave for Charlo? Jamel gonna say, well, EJ can automatically insert himself to Jamel Charlo, number one.
Charlo can drop a belt.
The WBA.
He can drop a belt
as a WBC. He'll be undisputed, so he'll be his mandatory. Insert himself automatically.
Charlo moving up.
And he
Jamel
can drop the belt.
If all this happened, I'm just going on what who said. You know, before he gonna drop the belt. He gonna do. It's just like.
Come up. Go ahead. Sorry about that, Ben. Go ahead. Cook.
It's just like if you take it, you know, when both of them go north, the biggest fight, what would be the mega fight? You just got your ass whooped by his stablemates. Then you want to go up right now and become the number one. You want to shot at glory at 54.
He said that he can beat Charlo.
this what I'm saying right now. Y'all
They
saying
said,
what's holding up the fight.
the fight
I'm
this
telling
thing.
y'all what's holding up when he go to them interview. You hear him talk. He talking at 54 and 60 right now. You got a 147 assassin over there in Omaha with paperwork Espinosa. All them talking to you, bro. You know
They
what
think
time
that
it is,
Spence
man.
is
Go
better than
ahead and
Charlo
sign this
anyway,
shit.
man. What part you not getting, bro? They already think they know Spence is better than Charlo already. And maybe Bud, if he feels short with Earl, maybe he can give Charlo a good fight. You know, he been calling him out, calling him all types of bitches and shit.
Yeah, tomorrow.
He lost his second fight, and his third fight he got another title shot. So what's the difference?
That's when I lost faith in Crawford when he started talking that shit to Charlo. Like, it's like, dude, why you focusing? Why you talking about this nigga in a whole other division when you got the task in front of you?
He's
You
setting
giving
up.
all
He's
this
setting up
energy.
that future fight.
Right? Because you know damn well he might not. He ain't gonna get the dub against Spence. It's like
He's setting it up.
he'd have beat. If he felt he's gonna beat Spence, he'd call Charlo out after he beat Spence because then that'd make the fight bigger. Like, I just beat your boy, you next. You know, then
But
people.
even if he don't beat Spence, Charlo versus Crawford will still be a big fight because they don't like each other.
The way he was talking, he was saying like, "Let's fight now." Like, he was trying to get out of the Spence fight and go fight Charlo instead, which is still.
That's like, and he lost a couple fights, and he still made a big fight with Floyd. It's just, they get together, it's gonna be fireworks. That's it.
At the end of the day, Bruce Ennis is on all these niggas' ass, so it's only a matter of time before they gonna have to see that man in Philly. So Crawford ain't got nowhere to run any direction. If he win the fight, he got boots on his ass. He can go. You know what I'm saying? He got a better chance to beat Charlo than Spence because Charlo just made mental mistakes.
Charlo is not as good as Spence though, but Charlo is a bad motherfucker. Don't get me wrong.
Right. Still, that's a dangerous fight. You know, it ain't like a guaranteed win for Crawford. He just got a better chance with Jamel because you know he be losing focus sometimes in fights. You know what I'm saying?
See, sometimes Jamel loses focus. He got that ADD.
Right.
And you catch him sleep sometimes.
See, when Jamal was like, "I'll just come down to 54 to fight you," he was just talking shit, you know. But you know, Crawford don't want that. Yeah, because Jamal at 54 was better than Jamil.
Yeah, but Jamel done surpassed him though. I think Jamel done became the better fighter now.
I don't think so. I think Jamal is just not getting up for these fights. He got the guys he put in there.
Jamel, I've done watched his whole style change though. Jamel still got Ronnie Shields teaching him. Jamal still got Ronnie Shields. Jamel got damn Bobby Fischer of damn boxing. He got Coach James. And Coach James,
I think Jamal be better with James too. I think if James trained for Benavidez, I think he could beat. But Ronnie Shields, I think he just falling off as a coach in general. Like,
hell, crazy. Coach James and them should have got that win over Benavidez. Because with the amount of blood and everything that man lost, and he was losing that fight, they supposed to been stop that fight right there. If it would have been a black person, it would have been stopped that fight. Like that man lost about a damn gallon of damn blood on that damn fight against Marcus Brown.
Yeah, Benavidez, beat him down pretty goddamn good. I wanted him to stop the fight, but Dave Skates all day. He says if he fight a 3-fight deal, he ain't gonna make it to the other fights because he ain't gonna be the same after EJ break them eyes. And Ronaldo Michelle says, I don't see Crawford fighting again after Spence. I said the same thing. EJ takes years off dudes' careers. Look at Mikey.
But see, the thing is to get him to sign for it. That way he don't get all that money up front. So then when he can't complete the damn deal after that, then that's on him. That's the way they get to wiggle out them contracts. You know, they do sneaky shit like that. Well, we said we'd give you this, but you can't complete your end of the bargain. So now they got to win. They got a way out. They don't have to give Crawford all that guaranteed now. Because now he can't do his other fights. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put it in there and hope Earl beat this man senseless. And I wouldn't be sad to say that if Earl goes to beating that motherfucking Crawford, right? I wouldn't. I'll be shocked to say that they'll probably let that shit go a little longer than they would normally do it, just so they can let Earl damage him a little bit, just so he won't be able to. Just so it'll fuck his.
You think so? You think so? Because a second fight, or they could get a rematch out of that. I think it would do.
But
extraordinary
sometimes
numbers.
motherfuckers is grimy. They already saying that he outpricing himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would let Earl actually beat that man and mess his career up, the rest of his career up, just so they don't have to deal with him again. Because they never wanted this fight in the first place. They wanted the third fight.
That's true that they didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't think his market value. Because of his pay-per-view sales. James Ronan says, I wouldn't even want to see Spence versus Charlo. They bros and they have the same trainer. And Emmanuel 7 Lion says, Spence and Charlo are let me see, he says they're like brothers. I don't see them fighting each other. Charlo would move up and he comes back and says, I got EJ retiring, Bud, so he won't even make it to Charlo. I got the same thing. James Blackwell says, Bud can't last 3 fights facing Errol, the way he break bones and wear your body down, let alone 1 fight. And he come back and says, matter of fact, nobody can last 3 fights facing EJ because it's brutal body work.
I'm a fan of boxing. I love boxing, but I wouldn't even want to see Earl versus Charlo, to be honest.
Yeah. That's kind of like seeing the twins fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see 2 brothers fight like that.
Why should we give them that there?
I guess this why this make our opinion matters though. Your opinion matters, my opinion matters. And at the end, this why I'm telling y'all, I'm going against the whole grain right here. And I'm telling even stablemates, it happened. And for the biggest fight, for the biggest bag, it would go on the line, bro. All that there would be put aside, bro. You know what I'm saying? I believe
some people have morals and values, bro, and have loyalty, though, dog.
I believe Jamel and Jamal will have values if they present them with the biggest bag. I believe them 2 would not fight. I believe EJ will fight Jamel and Jamal. And it'll be the time to show greatness amongst all of them.
But my thing is this, though.
Who the alpha male? The Bash
My
Brothers.
thing is this. My thing is
we
this,
claim
though.
to be boxing fans now. We should be wanting this shit now. Not wanting. We should be wanting it.
Y'all fight.
The best fight. The best. Go ahead with that shit.
But why would you want to see brothers fight each other, though, bro?
The best fight, the best. If I'm a boxing fan and you great who, I'm gonna bring you to your sister. I'm gonna sit you down. I'm gonna be like, I don't want you to think I'm hating who or nothing like that. I'm gonna sit you down, bro. I'm saying, look, bro.
When you fighting somebody, you trying to hurt them, bro.
Hey, that's what we in the hurt business.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, I'll tell you what we did.
Some people don't value money over everything. That's why they say money is the root of all evil. Some people don't put the value over money over friendship. Some people don't put the value over money over blood, bro. But like these motherfuckers is like brothers, dog. And I would lose respect if that man would sit there and let money come between them like that, bro. Like sometimes it's a bond that you don't break, man.
I would tell you again, do not. This is boxing is a corrupt business. Some things in boxing may have you.
I bet that fight don't happen.
That would be something. Okay. That would be something they both would sit down and talk about.
After this fight, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna it's gonna be a lot of questions if once Bud in them fight.
Jared James said he would stop it before it got started. He said that on Brian Custer.
Boxing gonna be just when EJ relinquished all them titles. You got Boost, you got standing owners, you got Conor being in the lights. Y'all gonna hear Keith once upon a time Thurman insert himself back in the championship mix of this things here. All them belts gonna be out there like that. Come on, man.
Yeah, and then what
that's what they're waiting on. That's what they're waiting on.
Then for those 2 dudes who we talking about that's going north, the Spence and the Buzz of the world, that only pushing Jamel gonna stay, defend himself, or you going north. They gonna push Jamel.
Jamel already said he going north, man.
If he that's gonna push 60 that's pushing Jamal north. That's pushing him.
Jamal said he going to 68. He said he going to 68.
See, timing is everything, but I don't think the time all that pushing up there. You got You got Triple G sitting in the cuts. If that's the case, it's gonna
Triple
make
G
it
about
better.
to fight his last fight against Canelo. He out of there.
Yeah, Triple G about to drop his belt and go up, man.
Triple G about to retire after Canelo.
Yeah, Triple G's dropping his belt to go fight Canelo.
Yeah.
So what this means?
Because that's a cash out. That's a cash out fight.
And Demetrius Andrade done dropped his belt.
Not doing shit.
And guess
You know
what?
what I'm saying?
Demetrius Andrade dropped his belt too. So Jamel move up. He's the WBO champion. He'll go ahead and get Demetrius Andrade. As soon as he fights Tim Tszyu, he's moving up. And Jamel said he's gonna be undisputed in 160 as well. He said he's gonna be the first one to unify. Well, he ain't gonna be the first because Bernard Hopkins did it. And then Jermaine Taylor did it after that. But he said he's gonna be the first one to do it twice. But he going up there to do it.
Well, Ricardo Johnson said Crawford has no leverage. He says, James Ronan says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And Dakaris TSP says, I haven't seen anything about Spence that's changed when it comes to how he fights. He said, what do you see that's different?
If you can't see that anything is different, Dakaris, man, you need to find you another sport to watch, buddy.
He probably, he probably got the same outlook as the whole Hall of Fame inductee had when they was getting inducted. The Roy Jones and the Bernard Hopkins and the Taylors and
you just can't make the blind people see.
Nothing changed about the way he fights. The way like he always had the same skill set to beat Crawford. Like I don't mean what you see.
All
this different.
You know when he
all right, fellas, I'm gonna jump out, man.
You need to see what the
when they said when he fought Mikey, it started with the Mikey fight. You had a lot of those greats. Just because Mikey, just because. He wasn't giving Spence a chance in the world. Ain't nothing great about it. It was saying the same thing they saying now. This why Crawford's number one on my pound for pound and make it even greater. So when EJ beat his ass, y'all got to put the crown on his head. Y'all.
Hey, matter of fact, Dakaris, go to my page and go watch my Errol Spence series, and it'll show you the different ways Spence fights. You just go to my page, upper echelon. And the videos, they show you all the different ways Errol Spence fight in their videos of Spence. Why they would take a lie instead of the truth.
The truth. I was finna tell you that hook too, man. I was gonna tell I loved that video too. I
appreciate
be watching that
too, bro.
For real. And it's the same thing when them people I'm saying, damn, none of y'all, and if you look at it, none of them people gave EJ no chance in winning a fight against Bud. If you feel it this way, you got the whole inductee got your back, bro. Man, I'll be like, man, come on, feed him to me.
Hey, bro, I'm about to drop the one on Sugar Ray Leonard tonight. I'm almost done with it.
Yeah,
it's a 5-part series. It's Tarver, Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard, James Toney, Sean Porter, and Tim Bradley. So that's a 6-part series.
And these same people, not even a chance. You give a person. I'm telling you that, Terence Crawford stands a chance, but it's too much of EJ. It just is my deciding factor. That's why I'm so leaning towards EJ. Not just a fan because I'm a fan of EJ. No, it's just a deciding factor. If you match it up, the speed, the style, the footwork, I'm leaning this way. I'm going straight to DeSoto, Texas, right there. That shit in Omaha, I ain't convinced. If you talk about matching him up on the style footwork, that's the only way I see Terence Crawford standing on the outside. If he bring his little ass on that inside, which I know EJ gonna press him, he gonna make him fight. And both of them being so competitive, they gonna fight. They gonna stand there and exchange. This what boxing fan, and this what I want to see most of all. When them two lions standing there and exchanging, I want to see this shit. I want to see how Catfish Crawford face look, how that body gonna feel. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is people keep saying the legends say this. The legends always pick against the next star in boxing. Like y'all ain't noticed that pattern. You know how many times Mike Tyson said Floyd was gonna lose, and he picked against Floyd every single goddamn time. Ray Leonard did too. All these niggas picked against Floyd. So it's like this shit don't mean shit. They always
but you had some people picking Floyd though. I mean, you had a lot of people picking Floyd too. When you got a whole inductee, bro, who show which one of them? Which one? One person. I still haven't seen
Roy Jones always pick against Spence. He always picks against
enough it's holes in this game. They were seeing holes, and it's the same thing. Go back to what I was trying to
They
mention.
feel because Spence is the
They
next
were
guy.
seeing
And
holes.
they like,
Give me a minute, bro. When they were seeing
every
holes.
time you the
Just like
next
he
nigga,
got
they
to
gonna
still
say
fight.
they gonna keep telling you
Since
prove
Little
yourself.
Bitty,
Ain't never enough. That's just how
since
it
Mr.
is.
Super Chat.
since Little Bitty Mikey, the same thing they talking about. They seeing now. They were seeing then. And if this man ain't convinced you now, he probably never convinced y'all, bro. And this where the animosity lies at right there. You feel what I'm saying? This where it lies at right there. And this why to make Terence Crawford, bro, go ahead and be great. You did it at 140. They fans should be telling him this shit here. Not telling him no lie. You don't need to fight Terence. They giving this man a whole pass to the Charlo brother. The interviews, listen at him. The man talking, I'm good now, y'all. Right now, if I go to 160, y'all don't be mad. What?
So this is the basic truth. Earl is the biggest star in boxing right now, besides Tank. He got the real fan base. He the Black Manny Pacquiao, meaning that he got a fan base. They gonna rock with this nigga regardless. He can lose to Crawford. Ain't shit gonna stop the Errol Spence show. He gonna come back like Pacquiao, sell out the stadium, and beat Spence. You know what I'm saying? He the Black Pacquiao. So they hating this nigga because they never had a loyal fan base. They never got the love and support. They were celebrated because they won, but they never had supporters like Spence got supporters. They never had a crowd in the arena cheering for him. You know what I'm saying? Rooting for them. Niggas, they always want to see the niggas lose. You know what I'm saying? So it's
let me get the super chat in. You know what I'm saying? Ramon and Emily Jones, thank you for that super chat, that $10 super chat. You know what I'm saying? He says, Bud fans keep saying EJ basic. It's on the fighter to take away what you want to do and make you go to another game plan. They can't even get EJ out his first game plan. He's got a lot more. That's what I've been saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been, hearing about sparring and everything about what EJ got going on. He is leaving a lot on the table. He hasn't even really reached into his tool bag, you know what I'm saying, on the boxing side. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm excited. I am excited. Thank you for that super chat, Ramon and Emily.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. Terence Crawford never faced somebody who could box. They also could match up to him physically. He never fought nobody like that. He always had the reach advantage. He always had the skill advantage. Like he never fought a pure. Errol Spence is a technical pure boxer. Like that's what people don't understand, because he put that pressure attack on. That's a technical aggression. It's not. He ain't no Margarito or no motherfucking. I'm trying to think who else they like a motherfucking Ricky Hatton or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He a motherfucking Hagler, nigga. He a motherfucking. He like a Hagler and Hearns combined into one nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like he a dangerous nigga. Like that's what people don't understand, bro. Like this motherfucker is a bad motherfucker. So it's like shit. Crawford a bad motherfucker too, but he was a bad motherfucker at 135 and 140. Like at 47, shit, I don't know. Like I think Danny Garcia would give him a hard, good run for his money. Like he needed them type of fight. He needed to fight Danny. He needed to fight Thurman to really solidify himself in the division to see where he was at. Like somebody that could punch. He ain't fought nobody that could punch that had like that threaten this nigga with the power. You feel me? Like Kell Britt got strong punches, but he not a power punch. Like he don't. His style isn't limited to I'm trying to knock your ass out. So it was like that's where Crawford kind of fell short. Like he didn't develop into the welterweight competition pool the way he needed to prepare for the onslaught he about to face. Like there's somebody that's gonna put the mental pressure and physical pressure on him at the same time. So Crawford either go be the greatest, rise to the occasion and prove he the greatest of this era, or he gonna get folded. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's
Derek James kind of said something about that to that. He said something about, Crawford is a built fighter. He says Errol Spence Jr. is a developed fighter. And he kind of went on to explain what that was. Boss man KD, he says Spence made subtle adjustments and their inability to see him as their downfall. And Dakar TSP says, listen, man, dude is hella good, and I'm not taking anything away from Spence, but he truly fights the same way. He's a strong ass dude, but he can't take many punches, especially coming from Bud.
Bro, this guy talking about Mike Tyson was aggressive until he fought Lewis and Holyfield. Mike Tyson wasn't aggressive. He's a counter-punching defensive fighter, nigga. He make people miss and counter them niggas with the fucking uppercuts and hooks and shit. Like he'd slip and then hit him with the hook, nigga. Like he was not an aggressive type of fighter, nigga. He was he had to get it. He had to slip and be defensive to get close to these big niggas. You know what I'm saying? Lennox Lewis is a big ass nigga with a jab and said, "Nigga, you ain't coming near me, nigga." Like, see, this is what Bud fans, they don't know shit about boxing. That's when I say that these aren't fans, they're Errol Spence haters. Errol Spence is that guy. Like when he got that, when you that guy, the hate come, the people want to see you lose. They after Crawford lose, Boots gonna be the new Biggie man for Spence, and they go whoever else they ordain, they go say something else. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how the game is. So it's like I'd have seen this play out a magnitude of times. Like, look, you remember Floyd? They said Floyd was ducking Carlos Baltimore because he fought Zab Judah, and Baltimore beat Zab Judah. And they was like, "Why you ain't fought Carlos Baltimore?" And then the very next fight, he fought Carlos Baltimore. He got to WBC, and then next thing you know, Carlos Baltimore, a flat-footed bum, and he ducking Ricky Hatton. And then you can see the interview with Brian Kenny on YouTube at ESPN, where he berating this nigga, talking about, "You're ducking Ricky Hatton. You ain't gonna fight Ricky Hatton. You ain't going." This nigga knocked Ricky Hatton ass out. People that like all brand new. Like I just seen this shit play out over the years, nigga. So I already know how the story going in, and I already know when these casuals say dumb shit like this guy talking about Mike Tyson, comparing the shit to Mike Tyson versus Lennox, when Mike Tyson was not even showing himself when he fought Lennox Lewis any goddamn way. It's like you don't know shit about boxing, nigga. It's like that's what these Bud fans are. They were never around when Bud was knocking out Gamboa.
Right.
Bud was at 140 fighting Victor Pozo. These people wasn't around. They was not around supporting Bud. They didn't come around with Bud. They ain't got attached to Spence. And that's just the facts of the matter. And you could trace it. You could just go through the YouTube comments and see the shit. They didn't exist when Bud was the man at 140. These niggas was not around. So that tell you everything about these so-called Bud fans.
Right. I think a lot of them are Keith Thurman fans too. Willie Harrison says, "Have you ever thought that Spence can also outbox in the orthodox stance? Maybe that's his secret." I'm glad you brought that up. And it said people that witnessed his sparring with Floyd said we haven't seen the best of Spence yet, and that's something that's been intriguing me. And I got a goddamn $100 super chat. Okay, what's up, TC? I got to get that, y'all. Excellent content. You deserve every dollar. Thank you, TC. God dang, we're gonna have to pin this one. I don't know how to pin it, but I guess I pressed this little star. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I hit it. So I got to put that one up. Okay. She's excellent content. Oh, thank you for that $100. Wow, that's my biggest contribution to the channel. Ricardo Johnson says Spence is going to cut the ring off. Crawford has no choice but to fight. Jane Blackwell says the legend's trying to make Spence change his game by downplaying his fighting style because they think Spence will win that way. If he could say something to Spence, it would be, "Don't change your style." And Ricardo Johnson says, "Bruh, Crawford can't fight at 154. Still, PBC Crawford is silly." And Dakara TSP says, "Spence is supposed to whip everybody he fights, as well as Bud. Spence hasn't fought a Bud." And what's going on? Monopoly Incorporated Music. He says EJ almost filling up stadiums. And you read that Mike Tyson comment. He said Dakar says those boys rip his A apart just as Bud is going to do Spence. And let me see. And Ricardo, Ramon and Emily Jones says this fight, I believe, will end up looking like Lamont Peterson fight. Man, it very well could be. Very well could be. Because Bud, he's a lot older. He's getting a little long in the tooth. And Spence is right there in the middle, right there at the edge of his prime. He's saying he's still like a locomotive. He still got a lot of energy. He still got that youthful energy. And he still got that power, man. The motherfucker is just, he's active. He's just got an engine, man, that won't quit. And I don't see Bud withstanding that goddamn force that's coming for him, making them fight for 3 minutes of every round. We've never seen Bud do that. We've never seen nobody make Bud, you know what I'm saying, do that. So he's gonna have to bring some real power to the game to stop EJ from coming in on him like that. And you know EJ is gonna keep coming over and over, and that's gonna be a problem for Terence Crawford to last in this fight. So I'm with everybody else. I see 8th round, you know what I'm saying, stoppage for EJ. And, with him being in top shape, with him having this nutritionist, to be fit people, I think he's going to have that edge to take Terence Crawford out of here. He says, James Blackwell says, Errol, the body punisher, Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? Spence Jr. Yeah, so don't get quiet now. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
I'm trying to let somebody else know shit. I done said pretty much what I said. Like,
so, you know, so we got Boots. And Boots is coming up on the rear end. You know, he's being patient. And, you know what I'm saying, the whole division seemed to be waiting for these damn fights to see what EJ going to do. Do you think EJ will fight Jaron, Boots, Ennis before, you know, maybe defend undisputed? You know what I'm saying? If he win, or if Crawford win, you know, I know Crawford ain't going to goddamn fight no Boots. You know what I'm saying? If he win.
54 after this, the winner. So, or they rematching. So Spence already told Boots he'd fight him at 54 to his face. So I know they ain't fighting at 147. And I think Boots, I don't think Boots want to get undisputed at 47. So I think he waiting for Crawford to vacate. I mean, whoever win, Spence for Crawford, he waiting for them to vacate the belts. And then he go fight for them belts. He probably go fight Virgil Ortiz and Conor Ben. Because, you know, one of them gonna get some belt. One of them gonna get a belt. It's not both of them. And then Boots will probably get the IBF belt his next fight. And shit, you know, it probably, you know, they fight. One of them probably gonna be given the vacant belt any damn way. Like, be elevated to some shit. It ain't gonna take it but a couple fights to be undisputed. Like, somebody gonna have more than one belt. He gonna get the belt, and then he gonna go up to 54. So.
Slim Season TV in the building. What's going on, Slim Season TV? He says Bud got knockout power, but Errol got devastating power. And James Blackwell says Bud stalling still. He knows Spence want that last belt bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, you know, the motivation. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he's the puppet master. That's why I got in the video. He said he the puppet master right now because he know he got the key to the, just like Demetrius Andrade had the key to Canelo's history. Terence Crawford has the key to Earl's history. He just won the sweepstakes. He just won the lottery. His career gets to end on a great note because he got the last piece of the puzzle. Earl done put together a 10,000 piece puzzle, and Bud has the last piece. Now, how much is that last piece worth? You know, put in all your time, all your blood, sweat, and tears, and now you just need one more piece to complete this shit. So Earl said, y'all get that man whatever he needs to clear this fight. And they've been accommodating. Now they just got to get that motherfucker signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yes, sir. So, you know, now from what I understand, that the fight is signed. You know what I'm saying? Everything is done. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? All we doing is waiting for an announcement. And from what I understand, that's, you know, Mayweather, he's going to announce the fight. And, you know, hopefully all the reports is going to be in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I hear people saying December or October. Now, it looks like October might be a little bit too soon, but maybe we'll get it in December. What do y'all think?
You know, as a boxing fan, I was being greedy and naive and kind of selfish, you know, because I wanted to fight today, tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then when you look at the business and what need to be done, you know, I don't really blame Terence Crawford, just like you know, being a puppet master, like you put it in your video. You know, it's good. It's good way of thinking. You know, I was saying it last. He was trying to sell the WBO. He holding it up. You tell him, oh, you see what he said? He taking the easy route. All this shit is coming back to hunt his ass now. Now we see. Oh, you just want some money, bro. That's all you really want, huh?
Well, you know what? He's been
But I
fighting
don't
all
blame
his
him.
year.
You can't
He's been
blame
fighting
him.
all his career. Now he's still in that O. He's still in that O now.
You can't get mad at him. If this the case, get the most you can, bro. Get the most you can. But let's get, as a boxing fan, give me this fight, man. I want to see what both of them do when they get in that pocket. When it's time to make a call. Hood, what's up? You know, who was good, bro? You know, what gonna happen then? Is it gonna be fireworks? Is it gonna be running? You know, there's a lot of expectation with this fight.
See,
You
Spence,
know,
Spence used to be that down and dirty. I call that the down and dirty. When you get
I
in
didn't
close
time
to
out.
him,
If I did it by accident.
they call it the down and dirty. When you get in there with the motherfucker and you right there in the pocket with him, that's
yeah,
the
when
down
you
and dirty.
and
And
this what
Spence done been the down and dirty with everybody. And Spence used to be that down and dirty. I'm gonna see if Crawford want to get his hands dirty, or is he gonna try to stay out the down and dirty?
he gonna have to get his hands dirty. It's gonna be a time where he gonna have to get in that. He gonna have to make a phone call to Fat Mac. He gonna to me is about, and this is where their ring IQ come into play at right there. Both of them got a great ring IQ. They're gonna have to make
Mm-hmm.
immediate assessments into that fight. They ain't gonna have to. Both of them ain't gonna be able to go to the corner and get advice. They gonna have that time when they get to that corner. If Catfish Crawford make it to his corner, you know what I'm
But you
saying?
know the funny thing about it though, just like told Devin Haney, Floyd told Devin, and Floyd's arguably the greatest defensive fighter ever. But Floyd told Devin Haney, sometimes you come up against a fighter where you can't keep him up off of, and all you can do is fight. Even Floyd couldn't keep Earl off of him. Like Earl cut it down, and he was in Floyd wheelhouse. And you see
Mm-hmm.
Floyd take that black eye. Somebody's thing is messing up. But like sometimes it's a fighter that you can't do nothing but fight with. And so Crawford, after he wastes his movement, he gonna see he can't get away from it. So he's just gonna have to sit there and go toe to toe, blow for blow, mano y mano. And may the best man win. The smarter man win. Because you're not gonna be able to get away. Because his cutting
Yeah.
off skills are precision. You'd think he worked for one of them damn Chinese sweatshops the way he got damn precision sews it up.
Yeah, I mean, I see it like that too, man. Because I think EJ just going to be too much pressure. You know what I'm saying? I think Crawford just going to cave in at some point in time. Because it's going to be too many exchanges. Kind of like Arthur Beterbiev and Joe Smith. He's going to have to sit down and he's going to have to fight. You know what I'm saying? And I think at that point, that's when your boy Terence Crawford just gonna get broke down because he's never really taken a lot of punishment to his body. I don't know. I don't think he could take EJ punches to the body. I think that shit gonna slow him down, just like he destroyed Ugas and made him paralyzed where he couldn't move. So when you breaking down a motherfucker's body, that makes it where they can't move, and that's Terence Crawford bread and butter right there. That movement and being able to step back and set them traps. And once he loses that ability, because you saw where EJ hit Ugas in the hips. You know what I'm saying? That's like an old Mexican move. You know what I'm saying? Where they break you down and stop your movement by hitting you in the hips. And I saw EJ doing that to Ugas. I mean, like really flush shots to the hips to slow you down. And, EJ, he trained, with the Mexicans early in his career. So he got those little wrinkles to his game, those little techniques to stop you from moving, them old Chavez type techniques. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be interesting to see how he breaks Terence Crawford down. What's going on, Ben? You can pop back in. All right. What's going on? Thank you, Mr. Punch Out, for that. He said, great show tonight, Pool. Yes, sir. Thank you for that. And let me read some of these comments. Let me see. Ramona Evelyn says, this could be Hagler Hearns all over again. I hope it is. And, hopefully, so we're going to see a lot of drama in this shit. Somebody's going to get knocked down. I wouldn't be surprised to see EJ get knocked down or something. You know what I'm saying? Because, I think Crawford's going to go for broke at some point in the fight. What you guys think? I think he's going to go for broke. Hello?
He's going to have to sell out. He's going to have to sell out to be first. Yeah. He's going to have to take the chance and be first and connect with that big shot before EJ can connect. He's going to have to put his life, his career, his fight on the line, and he's just going to have to swing for the fences, and he's going to have to do it first. And he's going to have to hope that he lands before Spence lands. And then after he do it, he got to follow it up. He has to hit him with a combo. He has to start it out and shake him. And hopefully he can get him stunned enough that he can try to swarm him and make the ref stop it. Because a lot of refs will stop it if you're not being active. So if he hits the damn ref, if he hits him with a show-stopping fight, a show-stopping punch, he need to go ahead and rush him and keep on firing.
Yep.
Hopefully he can get a stoppage that way.
Ramona Emily Jones says he hit Danny with hip shots also. And James Blackwell says, and Bud needs room to fight. Yep. But the only problem with that is Spence is the best at cutting off the ring. I seen Errol damn near run just not to give you room. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that problem is that Crawford, he's so good at catching you, you know what I'm saying, when you coming forward and stepping, you know what I'm saying? And he's so fast with them goddamn counters, you know what I'm saying? So I think his EJ punch resistance and the way he deflect punches is going to help him, you know what I'm saying, get to Crawford in those transitional moments. Ricardo Johnson says when Crawford gets hurt at the body, he's going to panic and fight. And the fight game plan goes out the window. That's another thing, you know what I'm saying? Because Crawford don't like to look bad, you know what I'm saying, in front of the crowd. Ramona Emily Jones says EJ's going to be in his chest all night. I believe so too. And James Blackwell says it's definitely going to be a knockout because Bud body broke down, and he have to sit and fight. Plus, y'all know Bud got an ego. Yeah, that's what we're saying. And the Karis TSP says Spence bet not miss too much. Oh, his better not miss too much. Well, you know what I'm saying, Crawford will make you pay, but you know what I'm saying, you know, Spence, you know, he's the type of dude, he'll take a punch just to close the distance on you. You know what I'm saying? He's almost like a throwback, bro. You know what I'm saying? The way he fight, you know, so he expects to get hit in the ring, but he don't really take as much damage as you think. You know what I'm saying? Because of his high guard and the way he blocks shit on his arms and his elbows. I've seen EJ, you know, when he was fighting Ugas, he was blocking stuff with his arms. You know what I'm saying? Deflecting and getting in that left hook to the body. So he's a very, very cunning dude. He does a lot of intricate, subtle things, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get off his shots and get leverage. But he also is getting leverage when he's blocking those shots too. Icarus TSP says Spence better be perfect, just like y'all preaching. I don't think he has to be perfect. I think Terence Crawford is probably going to be the one who have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is because you know, EJ is going to be pressing him. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to have that distance. You know what I'm saying? If you watch all the Crawford fights, one thing they have in common is that the opponent is always following Terence Crawford around the ring. You know what I'm saying? They're not up in his chest. And when they do get in his chest, it's that pull out that he gets clocked because he pulls straight back sometimes. And you know what I'm saying? Like in the Diaz fight, even though he destroyed Diaz was able to clock him, and even though he had a shorter reach, and he's very explosive, but he was able to hit Terence Crawford with some really good shots. But with somebody with more talent, somebody of equal size, you know what I'm saying, like EJ, who has the size difference, you know what I'm saying, who can actually get up in there and stay in there. Plus, he would grab Diaz and shift him back to the ropes and escape, have his back to the open canvas. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to handle EJ like that. You know what I'm saying? So once EJ press, he's going to have to do something else. You know what I'm saying? So James Blackwell says, trust me, Derek James is preparing EJ for all but counterpunch. And I'm sure, because, you know, he's going to be blocking a lot of shit on his elbows. He's going to be deflecting a lot of shit to get position, to gain position on the inside. And I see that happening. Ramon and Emily Jones says Bud has to be perfect to fight from a distance. Yeah. And then it's hard work to keep backpedaling. When you fighting on the back foot, that's hard work. And you got somebody pressing you for 3 minutes of every round. That's why I think this is going to be a short fight, y'all. Bud ain't used to nobody pressing him out like that. You know what I'm saying? And EJ is so good at that shit. You know what I'm saying? And can take a punch too. Oh my
and
God.
with the power, pressing with power now. Not
Right.
just pressing.
You know what I'm saying?
He pressing you with power, and every punch he hitting you with is bone crushing. You know what I'm saying?
And another thing,
fighters when
The
these
mental pressure.
when these fighters was making, when these inductees was making their assessments, I was like, damn, did y'all not look at his opponents? I know they saying Terence Crawford on his knockout streak. Oh, you see what he doing to Terence Crawford, knocking out all. EJ is damn near ending these dudes' career, bro. And a lot of these dudes hasn't been the same after fighting EJ, bro. Mentally, physically, probably emotionally. I don't know. But none of them. Just look at their career after that shit. They don't
And
even
you're
sound
not
the same.
you're probably not gonna see Ugas fight for a good little while, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Ugas went in. Ugas took a little too much. Ugas and Mikey Garcia, the same one. Those were some deciding factors in the thing. I think that's either who.
Can you believe Roy Jones actually sat up there on national TV on his podcast and said that Mikey EJ didn't hurt Mikey Garcia?
And this,
That actually,
yeah,
go ahead.
because these the fights that I said was deciding the fight. And these two fighters, those Mikey at that time when they were saying EJ got holes in his game, we ain't seen nothing. Mikey gonna kick his ass. Mikey gonna do this. And when EJ outboxed this man, because Mikey was the better boxer, they had Mikey going in there outboxing EJ, just putting on a masterclass against EJ in Dallas. Mike Tyson, all of them, Leroy Jones, Sugar Ray, all of them having Mikey. None of it even then. And Mikey wasn't the same since. It hasn't been.
Right.
You know
right. And you saw he lost to
like,
a dude
and
from Spain. That's Spain.
Mm-hmm. And just like you mentioned, Udanis Ugas. Ugas you might not see Ugas till late next year. After those orbital bones get same thing with Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia, what's next with Danny? Why hasn't Danny fought?
He's fighting Jose Benavidez next at 54. So we can see what Danny.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a sad.
He took a long way off after getting whooped by Spence because he got beat up pretty bad.
And because Jose, he didn't look good his last fight. You know what I'm saying? He was under his brother card, under that Benavidez.
I think Danny did better at 54 than he did at 47 because I think the competition is less stiff up there. Besides fucking and like, and maybe it's like, he about to move up to 160 anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I think Danny could beat Brian Castano. I think he could drop him with that left hook here. It's a good style matchup for him. I think he could beat guys like that.
Yeah, Mr. Punch Out Boxing MMA, he said, but I started to close in the Brook fight, but Errol got hit with the same punch against Brook and didn't have a mark on him. And Ricardo Johnson says, yes, James Blackwell. He says, Bud is panicking while Errol is calm and collective. We can clearly see who is made for this. And King, what's going on, King? Let's see, I'm trying to get your comment to pull up. King Rock, he says, Spence going to cut that ring off and jab Crawford to the ropes and then get off on him. I can see Crawford going down. Me too, man. Me too. You know what I'm saying?
Machine, Spence would be turn him into a damn meat. It'd be a meat. He'd fucking run Bing Machine to the meat grinder. And I'm like, he was giving Crawford all types of fits. And I'm like, man, he get hit with combinations by Meat Machine. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Crawford got that wiry body. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a lot of, cushion for the pushing. So, you know what I'm saying? He has to be elusive, man. And to be under that kind of assault, you know what I'm saying, for 3 minutes of every round, I don't see how many adjustments he's going to make. I'm pretty sure he's going to get in some big shots. But I think EJ is tough enough to walk through that shit. You know what I'm saying? To deflect that shit and then land his own, just like he was doing Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook was a strong fighter. And he had a great jab. He could move. You know what I'm saying? And he was very physical. And that's something Bud ain't. He's not very physical. Now, he can grab you. You know what I'm saying? They say Bud is very strong. But I don't think EJ strong, though. I don't think he's going to be able to clinch EJ and stop him from working on the inside. And I think once he get a little bit of taste of what EJ can do on the inside, like Danny Garcia said, Errol Spence Jr. is stronger than not Keith Thurman, but Sean Porter and all the ones he fought. He said EJ is the strongest of them all. You know what I'm saying? So, it's going to be interesting to see if when when Crawford tried to clinch, you know what I'm saying, and how that works out for him. And you know Crawford's going to try to bulldog him or do something, you know what I'm saying, because he's always trying to outpower, you know what I'm saying, his opponents. So I'm just interested to see if he try to do that against EJ. And what's going on, Key Rock? I appreciate that. He said you got a new subscriber, brother. I appreciate that, man. And Ellis Peter says, pause, laugh out loud. And what's going on, Erica? My brother in the house. He said, family, what's good? And Dakaris TSP says, I just looked at one round of Mikey and Spence, and he's laughing, right? I don't know what you're laughing about, because Mike got his ass destroyed. He says, are y'all serious about Mikey beating Bud and Spence for that matter? Of course we are. You got a whole stream on it. And Erica says, ain't no Andre Ward on the inside. No, sir. Yes, sir. You know, Andre Ward was a bad boy. Ramon and Emily Jones says, EJ style is like a vice grip, slowly squeezing you out. Bud is like a jackhammer with a quick and powerful finish. Fans are going to win. I think so too, because, you know, it would be interesting. I mean, because I do believe that Bud is his presence will be felt. You know what I'm saying? I don't think EJ is just I'm going to say it's going to be competitive for maybe like the first 5 or 6 rounds. And then, of course, we know EJ, he turns up in the second half of the fight. You know what I'm saying? He sees what he has to see. He feels what he got to feel, and then he makes his adjustments, you know what I'm saying, moving forward. You know what I'm saying? We got Derek James over there in his corner, and Crawford got Bomac in his corner. What Bomac going to tell Crawford? Throw more punches? What he's going to tell him? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you down on the cards, and hopefully Terence Crawford turns up on EJ. I don't really see him giving them good directions. They say he do, but I never hear it. James Blackwell says, plus Bud gets hit more than Spence, so Bud fans love him and then get ready to donate him to the I know. Shout out to Real Marlowe Boxing for that I Collector thing. And Drake State Farm Reloaded. He says, what's up, Pool? Just got off the phone with my pops and had to pull up to the stream. I appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel, bro. And Dakaris TSP, who's strong up in the goddamn comments, he says, y'all know how many times Bud is going to connect to Spence's head. Well, we'll have to see it, bro. You know what I'm saying? King Rock says, style make fights. Bud is a loopy puncher. Yeah, he is. And that's how he's going to generate power. Spence with the more straighter punches beats Bud to the punch. You know what I'm saying? And that's a real interesting thing, too, because, you know, EJ, he does throw, you know, he got his hooks, you know what I'm saying? But he throws from angles. And, you know, Bud Crawford, you know, he throws from different angles, too, weird angles. That's how he's able to really discombobulate, you know what I'm saying, a lot of his opponents. Plus, he's got that lightning hand speed, you know what I'm saying? And that's how he's able to get those lesser opponents out of them. But the problem is he's facing somebody that's equally as talented as he is. You know what I'm saying? He can't just go in there and whack these people out. He can't intimidate them. He can't intimidate EJ by his power, because EJ's type of fighter that takes that power. He absorbs it, and he just keeps it coming. You know what I'm saying? Dakaris TSV, he's trolling now. He said Spence reaction is too slow for Bud. He said especially when he's trying to get back on defense. But I see we are going. He said we're going to see. And King Rock says, I'm here to speak facts, not being biased. Just what I see. And Mr. Punch Out Boxing MMA, he says Bud to me has a street fighter style. I think EJ is more technical than Bud. Yeah, he definitely is more technical. You know what I'm saying? You know, he everything he does it's got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? He comes in, double jab behind the jab, double jab. He uses the whole position, you know what I'm saying, in range. You know what I'm saying? He'll use it for defensive responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So he has a lot of skills. I've seen Bud do the same thing as far as his jab and use, you know, to control people. So, you know, they're definitely highly skilled dudes, you know what I'm saying, with different, you know, skill sets. Like you said, style make fights. I just think EJ got the intangibles, bro. He's got the better gifts, the better intangibles. You know what I'm saying? Bud on a lesser, on the lesser scale is his physical ability to take punches is his weakness, and his emotional, the way he fights emotionally. That's going to be his undoing in this fight. You know what I'm saying? He's just way too emotional. Bud, I mean, EJ could take a punch and he could stick to his game plan. You know what I'm saying? He's very disciplined in the ring. But Bud, you know what I'm saying, once he gets hit, you know what I'm saying, he wants that shit back. He wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he's gonna get messed up. Dakaris says he says, bruh, Bud doesn't have the abilities. He says, wait, Errol doesn't have the abilities, and Bud, what's his Irish? But I understand y'all feelings and stuff. Jane Blackwell says, when it comes down to it, we better get ready for excuses as far as Bud fans. Yeah, they ride with him no matter what. You know what I'm saying? No matter what he's saying, if he contradicts himself, you know what I'm saying? Now he's showing mad respect for Errol Spence Jr. He says it's an honor to share the ring. So they must have threw a load of money at him, you know what I'm saying, for him to change his tune like that. I don't hear nothing from Bernie the Boxer. You know what I'm saying? Bernie the Boxer usually come out and do a whole pep rally for Bud. And so his whole camp, they're on silent mode right now. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know what I'm saying, what does that mean? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? You know what I'm saying? Or are they all just locked in? They all just giving support to help Bud through this scary moment for him. You know what I'm saying? This going to be his most challenging time. You know, so he's going to need a lot of confidence to beat EJ. You know what I'm saying? My panel don't want to sleep on me.
Live here in flesh with you, letting you go. I was just here thinking.
I don't do. We got that one troll that Dakaris dude that can't take heat. He
Some of the cars.
He ain't no challenge. He ain't putting off no real. He ain't putting no facts about boxing. He just talking that wrestling fan shit. You know what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan gonna beat Ultimate Warrior because Hulkamania.
Oh,
that's how he ain't coming with a real boxing argument like that.
Oh, I'm glad Mr. Punch Out Boxing MMA. He said he's saying, hey, for these new kids spell it weird. Shaking my head. Yeah, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm an older guy, so I don't be knowing what the hell they be saying. They be putting all kind of initials up in here. I'll be trying to figure it out. Drake State Farm Reloaded, he says, like someone said on the live last night, he said EJ footwork placement is second to none. And like I always say, we ain't seen nothing yet, bro. EJ is about to EJ by devastating ass whipping. And James Blackwell, he says, but act like we have a passion for boxing, but to me, he's more passion or has a passion for money. And Carlos Johnson is laughing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just tripping on the energy that's went from, you know what I'm saying, disrespectful to respectful. And I know in boxing, you know what I'm saying, you have to put on these facades, you know what I'm saying, for people, you know what I'm saying? But this is very drastic, you know what I'm saying? And
because they seen that last ass whooping EJ displayed. And you know, they said ass whooping will make you humble, will make you become very, very humble. You said it was the money they throwed at him though a minute ago. I'm gonna say it's the ass whooping making them humble. They know it, they up against now. There's no more excuses now. Everything you want, you finna get it. Plus some. You know what I'm saying?
So he don't want to poke the bear. He don't want to poke the bear too much.
It's too late for it now. It's too late. Espinosa and Al Heyman doing a great job. I know they're doing a great job behind the scenes.
Well, one thing about it,
you got Floyd lurking too. So it's only thickening the icing on the cake. Floyd want to sign Bud. He don't give a fuck about this fight. He here to just try to negotiate, keep Bud at 154. He don't want Bud to go north because he know if Bud go north, EJ go north, it's senseless. You know, it's just like when you look at the Daddy Garcia, the Riverside Rocky. This who we talking about. This who we talking about. You gonna come
Riverside
back?
Rocky.
Who do Danny Garcia finna fight again?
Oh,
Jose?
Yeah, Jose Benavidez, David
Oh,
Benavidez, brother.
Jose Benavidez. I thought you were saying you was finna fight the other dude, man. And this the same one who just fought Terence Crawford down there. He making
Yeah.
cut at 154.
Yeah. I don't want to
The
see that. I don't
matchups,
want to see that fight.
I don't see where Danny Garcia fit in at 54 right now. I think Danny should have kept going and just stopped at 160. He'll have a better shot, because it's gonna make it also. I mean, if he wants some more smoke, I know EJ will give it to him, but he's gonna have to reach. He's gonna have to either reach. Now he stand a better chance if he can dust off. Let's say he dusts off Benavidez's brother and get a good fight. He need a fight. He need a fight that'll put him in position for a shot at the title. Only that will make his name back relevant, though. I mean, Angel doing a good job with him. Angel's a motherfucker, not only a trainer, he's a promoter too. That motherfucker talks some shit his damn self to be a father. So, but if you really look at it, I'm saying, boom, you take the Jose Benavidez, take that away. What's next for Danny Garcia? With EJ on his way north, Bud said he ready to go north. They gonna slap him to the. I mean, that matchup would do good for Danny Garcia, a Terence Crawford, and a Garcia. The winner that get a shot. That would sell. That would fly. Well, who knows?
Yeah,
Who know
but
what Floyd? Who know what Floyd want to do with Bud's career? You know what I'm saying? Or what Bud want to do with his career? Bud right now, Bud is in a good position, but I don't know why he's back at top rank. So much want to let them interfere in his matters instead of him going out on the Bud Crawford brand, Bud Crawford promotion, and investing himself right now on the latter years of his career. This the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum
yeah,
already talked shit about you. Said what he can't do and he can do with your ass. I mean, you look at it, he getting the best guaranteed contract from Top Rank. Yes, okay, past that. I mean, then what else? Them motherfuckers who you've been giving us ain't really been impressive. This why this why most people who really hardcore boxing fan, they say, damn, EJ punching I mean, this shit is just relentless. It just keep coming forward and forward. I mean, what can and to give credit to the little troll, I mean, not to call him no troll, the little dude when he was making his statements, when he was talking about when he was giving Bud assessment, he was right. Bud does those looping punches. You feel what I'm saying? Give him credit for that. But EJ can make assessment immediately. This what I was trying to figure out. I say, maybe I'm not looking at this shit right. Maybe
Somebody else said that, not the troll. Somebody was saying Earl throw the straight punches, Bud throw the loop.
But see, EJ has never been. See, the thing they said, another person was saying that EJ ain't showed me nothing different because these fighters has never took EJ to that next level. Kell Brook, when he went across,
he fought Mikey Garcia different than he fought Lamont Peterson. Did he fought Danny different than he fought Ugas?
Yes, but then if you really look at EJ, to me, EJ's level has went. But then you really think about it, EJ, the eye reckoner, the eye reckoner in the car, the eye reckoner in an accident. That's 2.5 years off EJ career between the car flipping and the eye reckoner. That's 2.5 years. If these things wouldn't have happened, where would EJ right now would have been in boxing, boy? Can you imagine, bro? This undisputed would have already have taken place.
Yeah.
Just imagine. And this is what I was saying, the stablemates part. The stablemates part. That shit would have been already at their door right now. I mean, what is there left to do? We would have been had Terence Crawford on suplex the fuck out his ass, beat him down in the ring.
Would have been fighting Boots right now instead of Crawford. That's what would have happened.
They were boosted. Crawford would probably been fighting right now at 147 to clear it up again. And it's the same thing gonna happen once EJ and Bud fight. Once those belts get relinquished, you have Stanley so you got Boots Ennis in the lineup. You got Ben's son over there in UK. You got Virgil Hills. I mean, boxing is still on fire. I mean, boxing is stacked up right now because it's one face. It's two faces now. One of them running and one of them being chased. And he's supposed to be a gladiator. And he's showing all the signs of relinquishment. He's showing me AJ symptoms. You know what I'm saying? The AJ symptoms.
You think so?
Yeah, he's
You
showing me
think?
all them AJ symptoms right now. This is what you were saying, like all the humbleness, and I say that ass whooping will make a person humble. You know, he's saying, damn, how this shit gonna end for me? He really assessing his fight. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he watching the videos. He doing his thing now. Both of them are. I'm pretty sure because this is a gladiator sport. They watching. They doing their film adjustments. You know, I know EJ doing. I hope Bud doing his. You know,
He
Fat
was
Man.
stigma from all the Bud people talking all that shit. Oh man, he disrespected Spence for no reason. Like EJ,
Bo Mac
he got
boss
his dad
record was
motivation. You
disrespectful,
know what
man.
I'm saying?
That motherfucking boss every time Bo Mac when people start trolling Bo Mac, they get mad. You know, his boss record, his professional boxing record was disrespectful. So
Oh,
every
that
time
was
that Bo
funny.
Mac come,
That was too
and I
funny.
really, you know, when Bo Mac come and you really say, bruh, you should just stand behind Terence Crawford. Everything, all your
Man,
conversation.
Mr. Curious dude, you need to come on the panel, man. Stop hiding in the chat. You want to talk to that shit?
Let me read some of these comments, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Ramon and Emily Jones. He says, when it's all over, I hope to see two black men escape with their health. They both fathers first. That's real. And Eric R says, people talk as EJ's not showing all his wrinkles as a bad thing. He says Bud has shown us everything he can do in the ring, and I ring almost every fight. And let me see. Drake State Farm Reloaded says, yeah, the energy went from big dog on campus and big dog on campus. I'm that too, who is the new dude fucking all those hoes. Honestly, I think Bud seen the ass whipping for himself and now he's humble. That's what my man said. Ben, that's what Ben was saying. James Blackwell says he's been talking all that shit and Bud been quiet until he beats Ugas and then the beast came out. Everybody knows you can't fuck with him with a quiet motherfucker. So Mr. Boxing, Punch Out Boxing, and MMA says Floyd would be bad for Bud. They would not get along. I don't think so either. They both got some really weird personalities. And what's up, Ushalon Boxing? Y'all said drop the link. Okay, I dropped it. He must be fell off.
But Crawford idolized Floyd, so I think they get along because he'd just be kissing Floyd ass like he was doing at the Hall of Fame. So I think they'd be best buds.
I don't think so, man. I think Bud got a Mayweather got a wishy-washy attitude. You know, say you heard what's that guy that fought up under him? And put him on the shelf. That fought your boy Kimboso. So Mickey Bay. You know what I'm saying? So from what I hear, Mickey Bay, from what he was saying of Mayweather, that he's kind of, if he can't control you, you know what I'm saying? If you don't pay homage and deference to him, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be in trouble.
Bud paying homage. That's why he's at the Hall of Fame, teasing from ear to ear.
Well, now Terence Crawford turned his ass down once before. Remember, he said, "I ain't fighting for no damn Floyd Mayweather." He turned it down once before when he was trying to get him to sign with him before. So remember he said and said Floyd be on some other shit. But now, he probably ain't got no choice to make maximum money because that's what Floyd's name is, money. And if it's about making money, Floyd's about it. That man knows how to milk the game dry. That's what.
And Bud need to start thinking that way right there. And he on
man Bud come up with a good argument for Bud.
But he need to start thinking in that direction, to start looking at his brand, because he's on the ladder, he's on the tail end of his career, and he's up against a world beater in his next fight. He need to really just iron out all this shit here. And right now, I feel as though Floyd would be good for his career right now, because he gonna get the maximum dollar. If you really look at it, you take Mickey Bay and the rest of them, you got bitter. I look at them as bitter fighters though, who things ain't work out.
Mickey said he still can't really talk bad about Floyd.
On the full level, the whole aspect. When he was there with Floyd, he wasn't making these comments. When he was cashing them checks, I'm pretty sure he wasn't having None of these. I mean, you look at it. AB
At the
had
end of the day,
issues
you gotta
with
win.
Floyd.
He made lost fights, man. It's like at the end of the
AB
day,
had issues. AB had issues. Javante Davis, the next biggest star behind EJ. He was just out here saying. Then he turned around and re-signed with him. We don't know what goes really on behind these closed doors. But if we look at it on me as a boxing fan first, and then as if I was in that person's shoe, and you look at the zone, the Bob Arams of the world, the Lou DeBellas and the rest of these, the blueberries and the Burberries and it's funny though. Where would you take your career? Upper echelon right now. You put I hope you would say I'm gonna depend on upper echelon. I'm gonna depend on me right now. This what
I'm
Bud
going
need
with
to do.
Floyd. I'm going
This
where
what
the money is at.
where the money is at. This what Bud need to start doing. I mean, if you feel as though
That's why
your
I said
career,
Bud's selling that old, and I ain't got no problem with it. I mean, like, hell, he done been fighting. He
but
amassed 39
me
victories and no defeats, and he has
and
a
this,
belt. He should get
yeah,
his maximum dollar and get the hell out the way.
But then if you look at it, this all you want right now. What about you don't want to fight again? You don't want to do this again? This what I
He's
think it
done.
was
He's
you
already
when
said
you
he
were
wasn't
saying,
trying to fight. He already said he wasn't trying to fight in his 30s, his late 30s. He said that a while ago. He said he wanted to enjoy his 30s. He said he's not trying to be one of them boxers that fight all the way until they get 40. So, this right here is a farewell. He's already going to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. What else did he got to prove? He get him one last check, and if it works, hell yeah. But if not, hey, he's
so
going to
you
get
saying
paid the
so
way
all
out.
so you saying he ain't going north after this fight? It's done after that. He finna cash out.
Yeah, he's cashing out. Because
You don't feel
deep
as
in
though he
his
going
mind,
so after,
he know this is an unwinnable fight. This is a damn going against Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet. He knows what time it is. He's prepared to go ahead and lay on his sword for the right price. That's why he wants 20 million and 50% guaranteed. That's his damn die price. That's the price that he's selling his daggone himself for. If you want to put my name on the resume, it's gonna cost you 20 million and 50% of proceeds. I'm not no cheap
Wow.
victim.
What's going on, Gans? In that, be holding it down in my comments. He says, what's good? One thing just I want to know. He said, why Bud didn't go after Uga straps and then some get back. So this could be a 50-50. That's because Bud wasn't confident enough to think he could beat Ugas. Yeah, Ugas was a dangerous fight for him. Dakara says, true. Bud doesn't need to invest in himself. I agree with him teaming up with Floyd at this point to get the max his money. And Mr. Punchout says, Mr. Punchout boxing and MMA, he says, nah, bro. He said that outboxing style for Bud would be trash and boring to watch. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, I got more comments. He says, Drake, State Farm Reloaded. He says, Floyd's too self-centered. You'll never be able to have the shine you want because Floyd is like P. Diddy. He wants to be all up in the videos no matter what he has to revert the conversation back to his career. And Sid, what's going on, Sid? Jappy Tap. He says, how people know Bud hasn't signed the anonymous contract. I think it is signed. You know what I'm saying? We all pretty much think it's signed. We think everything is probably set. You know how they do. You know, PBC like do things in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's pretty much signed. I think it's, they just waiting to announce the fight. That's why you see this change in Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's signed onto the BBC. I think you got to carry yourself a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He don't want to go out like that. I think he want to go out like a professional. And you know what I'm saying? I think it's all good. I think the deal is done. This is his last fight, I believe. He's getting all that money. You know what I'm saying? It's a good deal for Bud. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's a 3-fight deal, you know what I'm saying? I think they got the 3-fight deal for maybe a rematch, if that's possible. You know what I'm saying? If he loses, then that means he got 2 more fights, right? So I don't know where that could lead. Maybe a Charlo fight, maybe a Jamel Charlo fight. then he would have one more fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a clause in there where you don't have to do it. But 3-fight deal is wonderful. You know what I'm saying? I guess if he beat Earl, that leaves room for them to have a couple of more fights with him. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what that is. You know what I'm saying? So if he do win, you know, they'll have a couple of more fights with Terence Crawford because he'll be undisputed. You know what I'm saying, at 147. Then if he go up and beat Jamel, he'll be undisputed at 154. So you know, PBC will have a goddamn 3-time undisputed champion. You see what I'm saying? So they smart. So they just locking them in to make sure they get all that revenue, no matter where you go.
And that's a great that's a great assessment though. But it's you know, the fight deal is gonna end with this fight here. You know, all that great life is gonna end with this fight here. I don't know how that shit gonna go afterwards, but I just want to see this fight here. And then once this fight signed, set, and deliver, that'll be the deciding factor. You know, I know the Stanio Souls, the Keith Thurmans, even the Boost Ennis want this fight to come to fruition. So they can have
Who's ready to get it in?
Yeah,
Who's ready
they want he next in line. Either way it go, WBC, IBF, that man ranked in all 3 sanctioned. He ranked 3 out of the 4 sanctioned body in the top 3.
I guarantee they didn't already talk to Boots because he got a 3-fight deal with Showtime. And I'm pretty sure they told him, hey, just cool your heels, your time's coming. And you know what I'm saying? He's just waiting in the wings. You know what I'm saying? He know this fight, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a jam in the lake, you know what I'm saying? A dam in the lake or something, you know what I'm saying? It's just everybody else got to wait and see. You know, nobody wants to take any risk, you know what I'm saying, to get out of position or fight anybody too, you know, dangerous so they can fight for those vacant titles.
And watch
James
out, Keith Thurman gonna be the first one not to cut you off. My bad. You know, Keith Thurman gonna be the first one to assert himself. He gonna try to assert himself way over Boots Ennis. He gonna come out of left field, trying to slide in. Man, get your ass out of here.
He always do.
He gonna come out of nowhere. Once upon a time, only person did it was Manny Pacquiao because I wasn't on my A game. Now I'm back. All the injuries healed, and Marius Barrios almost killed your ass. Fuck out of here.
And Riverside Rocky.
You know what I'm saying? You went hell out of
Riverside Rocky.
Man. Yeah. And you know, the Riverside, you know,
Riverside took a hellacious beating from that Crawley guy, man. I hate to see him go out like that. You saw that fight?
Man, hey, this sometimes it ends good for you and sometimes it ends bad.
He turned the old man overnight because I thought he was gonna win. I thought he was gonna beat that dude because I had never seen him fight before. But he took Riverside Rocky. You know, he turned old. That's what it looked like when a fighter turns old overnight.
Now, Cody Crowley is just better than people give him credit for. Cody Crowley's a motherfucking monster, really.
You think so?
I've watched him. He's undefeated for a reason. You know, he also took out another top contender.
Well, he took out Jose Cito Lopez in beautiful fashion.
Yeah, he took somebody else. I'm trying to remember the other person he took out. It wasn't Abakarov. What's the other nigga name? He took out one of the foreign guys too.
I never heard of him. This was like first time.
It was, who was it?
And you know when Jose Cito Lopez was fighting Keith Thurman and he hit him and he made Keith Thurman spit that mouthpiece out, I said, oh, it's over for Keith. And when he couldn't sit down on his punch and get rid of Keith, man, I said, don't tell me he finna let Keith Thurman, you know, just run all night away from him. And then he made him do it again. I said, this man can't close the deal on him, man. And he went right in there against Manny Pacquiao with that same bouffe shit. Pacquiao dropped his ass in the first round, and had his ass running the rest. I mean, you know, then he came on good later on in the end of the fight, but it just was too late. It was already holes in his game. He can't take shit to the body. Everybody after that been just banging on his boy body. And then you got these young lions, the Virgil Ortiz, the Boost Ennis. I think motherfucking Nigel Penn's son will be here for him. You know what I'm saying? Just you know,
got the right. You got the right Cody Crawler because I don't see nobody on his list that stands out. Oh, he beat I see who you're talking about. I can't even pronounce his name. Kudratillo, whatever the name is. Yeah, I see. What's that guy name? Yeah, I see who you're talking about. Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, once he come across like a Boots Ennis, he ain't gonna be, you know, he's not gonna be a
Yeah, that
factor,
fight right there got him up in the ranks. That fight right there.
What is it? Quadrillo or some shit like that. Adrian, they got these long 15 consonant names and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that dude. Yeah, he beat that dude.
Exactly.
Dakar says, "Truth, Bud does not need." Oh, I already read that. Mr. Punch Out M&A says, "We've read that." Damn, I'm reading. I've been read all this shit. This is
like Rudikoff or some shit. Oh no.
Yes, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And James Blackwell says, Spence said in the interview, all that negative fuel him. So let the legends keep talking down on him. All that shit is gonna get took out on Bud. And I think Bud understands that EJ kind of like internalized shit. You know what I'm saying? He be hearing all this stuff on the net. You know what I'm saying? He probably come to pull kind of boxing. You know, EJ, if you're listening, you know what I'm saying, come on in, you know what I'm saying, so I can interview you, you know what I'm saying, just kick it. You know what I'm saying? You know, we could use you to come on down here, you know what I'm saying, talk to some of your fans. And Ramon and Emily Jones says Riverside got baptized by Riverside that night. I know, man. I was like, I thought Riverside was gonna be, I thought he was gonna be his old self, you know what I'm saying, like he was against Keith Thurman. But man, he went out there and he just, you know, Crawler just was too much for him, you know what I'm saying? He was just too much for him. And did you see the size of Cody Crawley, man? He seemed like he was humongous, man, over Riverside Rocky. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he did fight like a warrior. That was a hell of a fight.
Canadian, boy. That's a big-ass Canadian, I'll tell you that.
And I know that motherfucker like a Sasquatch or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
He had that jab working. Like, he was pretty slick little fighter, though. That's what... He had some slick moves in there. He was outboxing him. Like, he was making that
He sure was.
He was making that man look average.
He sure was. He was. But, you know, you could tell he was the younger, fresher fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because Riverside Rocky, he was fading like a motherfucker. So he was fighting his ass off, though, man. He was really battling that guy. He did not go out. He went out on the shield. You know what I'm saying? Dude was just...
You want me to tell you who the dude reminded me of, right?
Who?
To keep it all the way honest, dude reminded me of a young Billy Joe Saunders, honestly. Because he had the movement and like the boxing ability of Billy Joe.
I don't think he moved as smooth as Billy Joe.
I'm talking about Billy Joe before Canelo.
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't think he moved quite as quick and smooth as Billy Joe did. You know, what was it, David? What was it, David? The one who just fought David Benavidez. Lemieux. Yeah, when he fought David Lemieux, man, I think that was the best Billy Joe Saunders I ever seen. He was, but you know, he probably was on that juice though. You know, Billy like to, you know, he'll cheat on your ass in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got busted, you know what I'm saying, for that fight he was about to have with Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Canelo called him up and said, don't take that fight because, you know, I need an easy path, you know what I'm saying, to undisputed. That's how I feel about it. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He went ahead and sold his belt. He sold his belt to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with boxing right now. You know, we got too many guys, you know what I'm saying, just holding on the belts, you know what I'm saying, and not fighting because they waiting for the damn bigger fights. They waiting for the business. You know what I'm saying? I know they prize fight.
They waiting on payday. You on payday. You on payday. I know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just that interaction right there alone lets you know that Canelo probably froze him out. You know what I'm saying? You know, because, you know, everybody's looking for that big payday with Canelo Alvarez. And everybody know that he's I don't think he's the best, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's right for the...
Canelo be paying everybody. He's everybody's golden ticket. Everybody want the golden ticket to the big dance. That's all that is.
Mm-hmm. And that's why he handled, you know, Demetrius like that because he know he's not in the loop, and he's Canelo got enough power to keep him out the loop. But we have to, we can't really shed no tears for him, man, because he laid back and he fought all those sorry ass fights over there to the zone, and he let the zone lead him astray. You know what I'm saying? And get comfortable like Jamel is being comfortable right now. So you can never get comfortable. You gotta. Yeah, I think so too. PG. How you say that? Barnes. Yeah, I think so too. He what I'm saying, he don't look fast. He don't look like his knees. You know what I'm saying? He don't look as explosive. You know what I'm saying? When I see him squatting all that damn weight, I said that's no good for a fighter. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he had about goddamn 800 pounds on that mug. You know what I'm saying? And I used to squat myself, and I'm trying to tell you, what I'm saying, that's not good for your knees. And Canelo don't have the best footwork as it is. You know what I'm saying? He got that good head movement, but other than that, you know what I'm saying, if you press him, or somebody, he never fights anybody with any power. You know what I'm saying? You notice that he always pick opponents that can't really, crack. Triple G was old, when he fought him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fight Triple G, earlier, because Triple G still had too much spring in his step, and he had too much power. You know what I'm saying? So he waited a few years to get Triple G, like he tried to do Floyd, and come up off Floyd name, but that didn't work out for him. You know what I'm saying? 12 rounds to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Didn't work out for him. And so yeah, pretty much I think PG Bruin says he said, I don't know. He said, how is he still a pay-per-view list, pound for pound list? He said he avoided the immediate rematch with Bivol to get a light touch with Triple G. I think it was in the contract though. I think they had contracts, already signed up. He already had the fights lined up. And but he's supposed to revisit that fight or try to get Dimitri Bivol to come down to 168. And he'll be a fool to do that. Even though, he won't be taking a risk of his title up at 175. He should be trying to get that fight with Arthur Beterbiev, which Arthur Beterbiev decided to fight Anthony Yard. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's going to be a crazy fight because I think Anthony Yard going to get knocked out. He was at the fight when he beat Joe Smith Jr. And they said Anthony Yard won it next. But I think Arthur Beterbiev, he's just in a zone right now. And he's already, he showed more versatility in that fight with Joe Smith than I expected him to show. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know he could move like that. I didn't think he had lateral movement like that.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you don't believe Anthony Yard have no answer for Beterbiev?
No, I think his stamina sucks. I don't think he don't have the boxing IQ really. You know what I'm saying? I think he has a nice boxing style, but he don't move his feet. To get out the way of punches, he get hit solid. And when Bivol hits you, bro, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Plus the guy has a better boxing IQ than I thought. I thought
Bivol, you fighting Beterbiev. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce it. The Arthur guy.
That's what I'm saying. So you see how Beterbiev broke down Marcus Brown, right? He was pressuring him, putting his back to the ropes, and then he was destroying that body. And hitting him to the face, uppercuts. When Arthur Beterbiev hits you, you know what I'm saying, he saps all your energy. You know what I'm saying? Just like, go ahead, bro.
He like a bigger Spence, boy. He does pressure shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PJ. Yeah.
Jody,
what you were saying, bro?
Strategy. All he did was come there and was hoping for a miracle.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
go ahead.
And Yard he's just a little bit too stationary. You know what I'm saying? If he had more movement, you know what I'm saying, he had better stamina, I think he could beat a person like Beterbiev, but he don't have those intangibles. You know what I'm saying? He likes to stand in the pocket a little bit too long. His range understanding is a little lost. You know what I'm saying? He just get hits too flush too many times, and that's all it takes for Arthur Beterbiev to get you up out of there.
I don't think Yard got what it takes to beat Beterbiev, honestly. It's like I said, if Marcus Brown rematch Beterbiev, I think he can get him this time because he had him the last time. He
lost his concentration and he got hit with some shit. You know what I'm saying? Arthur Beterbiev hit him with some shit, that overhand right, and that motherfucker stopped moving, and that was all she wrote. Once you stop moving on Beterbiev, you know what I'm saying? You know, you stop your lateral movement, slipping and boxing and sticking and moving, that's your ass, you know what I'm saying? Because he get a couple of shots on you. You know what I'm saying? It's good night, Irene.
He gonna fuck your equilibrium up. He gonna sap your stress. He coming. And now you got 5.
Yeah, well, he almost beat Kovalev, you know what I'm saying? But his stamina, you know what I'm saying? That's his gas tank is very small, you know what I'm saying? You know, and he's almost like a black Canelo, you know what I'm saying? But he's more athletic, you know what I'm saying? He does have a lot of athletic ability, you know what I'm saying? Got a lot of speed, you know what I'm saying? Got a lot of strength, you know what I'm saying? He would have to knock out Arthur Beterbiev to beat him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't knocking out Arthur Beterbiev. He's not knocking out.
I don't think he would have beat the old Crusher Kovalev either. Just like they said, Crusher Kovalev was a monster. Only one that could take that down was Andre Ward.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
He had a lot of intangibles.
He was looking pretty shaky. You know, he had Kovalev. He just ran out of gas. Kovalev was on the downside. He was on the downslide.
No, that's what I said. They said the old Kovalev, and I said I was agreeing with him. Then if he went against the old Crusher Kovalev, it would have been good night, Irene.
Oh yeah.
The only person that took him down was Andre Ward. He was the only one that could do it.
Yeah, if he would have fought the Crusher, you know what I'm saying? You know, the Crusher, the one who knocked down Andre. I think it was in the second round, where he knocked down Andre Ward.
Crusher was the one that pushed Ward to his greatness when he got that inspired corner.
But you know who let the cat out the bag was his trainer, because he fucked over his trainer, and his trainer said that he let it out that Kovalev was soft to the stomach. You know, he couldn't take it, and that's when Ward. That's all he concentrated on was Kovale's stomach. You know what I'm saying? That midsection, them solar plexus, and that's what he did. He went out there, beat the solar plexus, and it was over for him. You know what I'm saying? He found his Achilles heel. And that was that.
I think that's most
all right,
Achilles
heel. All right, Eric. Good night, bro. What you say now?
I think most boxers' stomach is their problem. Like you can work it out and everything, but eventually that shit gonna damn tenderize.
Let's see. He said PJ says he felt like Ward retired prematurely. Well, he had hand problems. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of hand. Yeah, he was kind of banged up, and I guess he didn't want to go out. You know what I'm saying? You know, like looking bad. You know, he didn't want to go out looking like that. You know, but you know, we've been on for about 3 hours. We're gonna wrap it on up here. You know, pretty sure everybody getting sleepy. You know what I'm saying? So we've been on about 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you for the super chats, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And like people starting to catch on the cool kind of boxing. I appreciate all my mods, you know what I'm saying? My panels, you know, no cap, you know what I'm saying? My boy Ben, you know what I'm saying? Upper Echelon, you know what I'm saying? Go to Upper Echelon channel, man. Great content. We're going to be teaming up on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He got Derek James in contact with Derek James over there. So he's getting that news straight out of Errol Spence Jr. camp. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tune in, you know what I'm saying? Go over there and, you know what I'm saying? Press the button and subscribe. I appreciate it, Roman and Emily. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys, you know what I'm saying, on the next one. Peace.